Hello and welcome to another live Sprues and Brews Battle Report. Today we have got our hands on the new Grey Knights and Thousand Suns Codexes. If you haven't already, over on YouTube we've got reviews of both of those and full write-ups that I'll stick in the chat in a moment. Chaps, what have we brought to the battlefield today? We are playing a incursion mission. We're doing Crusades. We like Crusade
Our
games.
favourite way of playing.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to use one of the new ones out of Amidst the Ashes, which is the recent Crusade mission pack. Bring down the bat trees. There is a primary objective over to the right of your screen now. That is worth 10 points to the side that's got it at the end of the battle round. On the other side there are two objectives. 5 if you got one, another 5 if you got both of them. And then at the end of the game you get an additional 10 points if you have that primary objective. So quite a straightforward one. You're going to be battling over those 3 points. It's whether you... I guess it's easier to hold one objective for 10 rather than trying to contest 2 for 5 each on that side.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be good. So obviously we've got the Grey Knights fighting the Thousand Suns. Jay, you are commanding the Grey Knights as author of our Grey Knights battle review. What have you got with you?
Yeah, so I've got a 50, it's just over 53 power level of Grey Knights. We're doing 53 versus 53, aren't we, Dave? So we could just get a few of the cool things in. I have my Nemesis Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight, who's going to be my Warlord, Golar Thorn. I've given him a heavy side cannon and a Nemesis Greatsword. The Nemesis Greatsword has had a few improvements in the new book now, so I think it's going to be good, especially against Marines, because it's got flat 2 damage now on its sweeping attack. I've used a stratagem exemplar of the Silvered Host so that you can have 2 Warlord traits, because I want to try and get as much of the cool stuff in as I can, even though it's a small battle. So he has got the Demon Slayer Warlord trait, which gives him +1 attack on the turn he charges. In addition to any demons he's fighting can't take invulnerable saves.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, well, it just sort of plays into the fact that he's the demon hunter. The other warlord trait he's got, it comes from the Brotherhood that my army's from, which is the 6th Brotherhood, the Rapiers. And this warlord trait is Inescapable Wrath. It lets him advance and charge.
Cool.
Like I say, the rest of my army's from the 6th Brotherhood, so which gives me access to a unique psychic power that each of my Brotherhood units can cast. Which they can cast on themselves to give them 1 extra attack. So the Brotherhood units I've got in my army are 2 units of 5 Brotherhood Terminators on the flanks of the battlefield, and that's it really. The other unit I've got in my army is a unit of 10 Purifiers, which I've split into 2 combat squads. They don't count as a Brotherhood unit, they don't have the Brotherhood keyword, so they can't benefit from that +1 attack psychic power. But I really like Purifiers. The basic power armoured Grey Knight has had a big improvement. Extra wound, extra attack. They've got a really cool Sanctic psychic power Purifying Flames, which I think might be quite cool in this battle. And then to round it all off, I've got Castellan Crow. So this is the old model of Castellan Crow. I've converted him with a regular Nemesis Force weapon. The idea being this is Castellan Crow before he was gifted the Black Blade of Antoine, I can't remember what the name is now. The Demon Blade, basically. He'll be getting swapped out for the new model when we pick up Hexfire in a week's time. So that's my army. In terms of psychic powers, so the way psychic powers work in the Grey Knights army has changed a little bit now. So each unit has a specific psychic power from the Sanctic discipline. So the Brotherhood Terminators know Hammer Hand from Sanctic, so that's the power they have. They also have access to Symphonic Strike, which is their Brotherhood psychic power. The Purifiers know Purifying Flames, obviously, from the Sanctic discipline. They don't have access to Symphonic Strike, though. The Nemesis the Grey Knight Grandmaster, sorry, he knows 2 powers from the Dominus discipline. So I've given him Warp Shaping, which is like the utility spell that lets me flick through the tides. And I've also given him Empiric Amplification, which adds 1 damage to Nemesis weapons against a target enemy unit. And Castellan Crow, he also knows a Dominus power in addition to Purifying Flames. So I've given him Warp Shaping as well. Just in case you manage to take one or the other out, I've still got that utility to flip between the tides if I need to. And that's my army, Dave. I've got a mixture of force weapons in there and whatnot, but we'll find out as we go.
Excellent stuff. Well, my Warlord for this game is going to be my Demon Prince. He's got the Seeker of Shadows Warlord trait. Basically rolls an extra d6 for his psychic tests, and then discard whichever one you want. Obviously, it's going to be the lowest. He's also got my Relic, the Convening Plate, so he's got a 2+ save. And also, when you're fighting him, you can only allocate half your attacks to him. So you can't put all your attacks on him.
Oh, wow, that's good.
My second HQ choice is Araman. Really, technically, he should be the Warlord, but I'm not a big fan of his trait. It basically gives him a 3+ invulnerable save for 1 turn only. Didn't bother with that. So he's my second HQ.
In Crusade, he has the Warlord trait automatically. Named characters always have the Warlord trait. So he's got his Warlord
There you
trait.
go. Okay, forgot about that.
Yeah.
So he's got that. It's otherworldly presence. So I can just turn it on for 1 battle round, and he's got a 3+ invulnerable save. They're my HQs. I then have 3 units of 5 Rubric Marines. Nothing really to say about them. Just standard loadout.
All his dust.
All his dust is still a thing. We've then got a unit of 5 Scarab Occult Terminators. I've got a Soul Reaper Cannon in there as well. And then to finish off my list is the Hellforge Contemptor Dreadnought with the Plasma Cannon and the Close Combat Fist. I do, however, though, have some help in the form of a Changecaster, because I believe this is your nemesis, Jay.
Yeah, so the Grey Knight's Crusade mechanic is really, really cool. You pick a Grey Knight's character from your army to become a Nemesis Hunter, and then you decide upon what kind of demon they're hunting. So in this case, we've gone for a Herald of Tzeentch, but we can choose a Bloodthirster, a Lord of Change, a Demon Prince, any of the demon-type characters. And basically, the goal of the Grey Knights is to banish demons anyway, so I am trying to banish that demon. So I have to kill that demon, and I get, at the end of the game, if I manage to kill it, I can try and banish it. And I get bonuses to the banishing roll. It's a 2d6 dice roll, you have to beat 11. Depending on whether I've killed it in combat, whether my Nemesis Hunter has slain it. If I fail to banish it, instead I collect true name points. And then the next game we have, if the demon shows up, I can use those true name points to improve my odds of trying to banish it. I really like that, that's so fun. So yeah, I'm fighting a Chaos Army today. So yeah, the demons turned up. Normally you'd roll the dice, and I think on a 5+ it shows up, but we wanted to put it in
to make sure it's in here. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's the armies. So just want to say, Manolia Cat, thanks for following us. We've got a few people watching in the chat. Who do you want to win this battle? Are you a fan of the Grey Knights or of the Thousand Suns? Immortan Josephs, are those Heresy era Thousand Suns? The chrome red looks sweet. They are indeed. These are drawn from your Horus Heresy army, aren't they, Dave?
They are, yes. I am looking to update them with a few of the new plastic kits, but I want them to match the scheme as close as possible. So I've not played the Thousand Suns for ages, and this book has proper got me pumped for getting back into the army. So be interested to see how this game goes. It's not going to all hinge on this because it has been a while. But yeah, definitely fancy painting some more Thousand Suns.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, should we roll off to see who gets the first turn? And
Let's do that.
I'll roll a red dice, Dave, if you're rolling green.
3,
Oh,
6.
okay, right. Do I want the first turn or the second turn? I think, Dave, I am going to let you take the first turn.
Turn 1 for the Thousand Suns, then.
Okay.
Don't forget this mission, you score at the end of the battle round, so it's not a bad idea seeing what the other person does first.
Yeah, and there was a bit of tactics. So basically, at the start of the first battle round, as a Grey Knights player, you get access to the tides of the warp, and I can choose for a tide to be active. And there's one that sort of comes in handy at the beginning of the game, which is Tide of Shadow, which basically means that if I'm 12 inches away from you, Dave, I count as being in light cover, so I get +1 to my armor save. If I'm already in light cover, which most of they also count as being in dense cover as well. So it gives you a bit of defensiving. I'd be looking to switch out of that tide probably into a different one, but
Okay. Excellent stuff. So I gain a command point. That's right, isn't it?
you get a command point in the command
Yeah.
phase.
Cool. So we're going to start. There's nothing for me to do in the command phase because I don't have. Yeah, that's just an aura. So nothing to do in the command phase. So really, I can move straight onto movement. I might play a tiny bit cagey for this first.
Don't forget you want to try and get those objectives
Yeah.
to the board, though.
Yeah, but Jay punches a little bit harder in combat than I do. But we're going to move those guys up.
I'm hoping my guys get to combat so I can show off the new Nemesis weapons because they've had a big improvement. Nemesis weapons are solid now.
So we've got Andy Bryan in the chat cheering for the Silver Boys because of course. Yes.
Well, it's silver, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if David painted his Thousand Suns silver, he'd be supporting the Thousand Suns.
He'd be torn, wouldn't he?
They started off silver, didn't they? These Thousand Suns.
They did. So I painted these. So they start off with silver and then use Tamiya Clear Red. Really, really nice over it. That is a little bit toxic, so make sure you use it in a well-ventilated place. You can probably get a similar effect using Flesh Terror Red over Silver, to be fair, if you want to use contrast. We've also got Dodgy Roller in the chat saying 1,000 Suns all the way.
Yeah, I think he's tempted, isn't he, by the 1,000 Suns?
I think he is.
I can't wait till we have a 2,000 point game and we can include Magnus.
Oh, Magnus in this new book. I think he's been buffed. I honestly think he's been buffed. He now has 3 Warlord traits. He can reroll his Psychic test, reroll his Deny test. Yeah, he's really good. Really, really good.
We need a Mortarion versus Magnus battle at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So we've got some 1,000 Suns advancing across the battlefield then.
Out of interest, Dave, just while you're moving there, if you just voice over while you're moving, which units have got the demon keyword? Just asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. The obvious ones is the answer to that question.
The demonic ones.
So the winged demon prince and your nemesis.
This guy doesn't have the demon.
Actually, he's gonna hide.
Yeah. So while Dave's moving, so my nemesis there, that demon on the other side of the battlefield. Dave gets to add that to his army for free, and if I was hunting a Lord of Change, for example, Dave could have added a Lord of Change to his army today for free.
I don't know why we didn't do that.
Well, yeah, I thought I'd start off small before going after the big. But basically, if obviously I'm trying to kill that demon to advance my Crusade score, but if Dave can keep that demon alive at the end of the game, Dave gets bonus experience for his Warlord and extra requisition for his Crusade force. So he might not want to throw it into the fray, so even if he did have a Bloodthirster, he might be looking to try and keep it safe if he could anyway.
I mean, I don't know if those words make sense.
No, they don't really do.
Bloodthirster. We're just going to nudge them up a little bit. I think they're still going to get a bit of a cover save there, aren't they?
Are they within the cover?
Yeah, they're in cover there, Dave. We'll give you that.
The Demon Prince is probably going to wait to counter, I think. I don't want you killing my Warlord straight away. But I do want him to cast some psychic power, so...
You could jump on the scenery and be in cover. He doesn't like you,
we'll do that. We'll do that. He's going up there.
Mawson Joe says, "Go Grey Knights! I am the hammer, I am the sword in his hand, I am the gauntlet about his fist. I am the bane of his foes and the woes of the treacherous. I am the end."
Ooh,
brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah. I think that concludes movement. So we're going to go on to the 1,000 Suns phase.
We'll see what the Grey Knights have to say about this.
So the first thing I want to cast is, so I've gone Cult of the Prophecy for this particular game. It was a really hard choice. There are some really good cults. I actually missed Ritual of the Damned, so they were all kind of brand new to me, which is very cool. But they have a psychic power called Divine the Future. It goes off on a 6, and it basically gives me, you'll like this, Matt, a Destiny dice.
Oh, nice.
Who are you casting this on?
So I'm going to cast with Araman first.
Okay, so he gets 3 attempts, doesn't
he? He can cast 3 spells, he can dice 3 spells, he can re-roll all of his psychic tests.
Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus your special...
In fact, I'm skipping an important new mechanic. So we need to count up my Cabal points first of all. So I get 3 for Araman. I get 3 for the Demon Prince, so I'm up to 6.
Yeah.
I've got a dice here, Jay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm up to 6. I then get 1, 2, 3, 4 for those units. So we're up to 10. And then I also get 1. I have got 1 Icon of Flame in this unit. So I gain an extra 1. So I've got 11 Cabal points. So there's various things I can use these for. Auto casting, auto dispelling, adding to psychic rolls.
Do you use these for rewards in Blood Bowl?
No, sadly not. No. So we're going to do Divine the Future first. So this goes off on a 6. It hasn't gone off, so I'm going to re-roll that.
Even with your +1 to cast?
Even with my +1 to cast, that doesn't go off.
So he gets to reroll all his psychic.
He gets to reroll all. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got a 10.
And what's this do?
So I'll roll a d6 and I can put that to one side and spend that as I want during the game, during the battle round.
I think we may as well try and have a crack at trying to dispel something. I think you've got a lot of casts. So 3 there, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you can have that one, Dave. That's
can I have that one? So let's see what I've got. I've got a 3. So I can put that in a bank and spend that later. What else has he got? Twist of Fate. Not in range. Although, for points, I can increase that range by 6, but I still think that's going to be out of range of anything worthwhile. Yeah. He has also got Presage. Each time it makes it add 1 to the hit roll. So I think we're going to cast that on my Contemptor Dreadnought, maybe?
+1 to hit.
+1 to hit, yeah.
That will counter some of the negatives you've got in this first turn against me. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Either that or...
Well, while Dave's deliberating what to do here, I take it you're both fans of the new books then?
oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah, I've been wanting to start a Grey Knight army for a long time. I didn't play Grey Knights for many editions. I think the last time I actually used Grey Knights was in 3rd edition when the Demon Hunters Codex came out. This book has got some throwbacks to that Codex. The fact that your units have got specific psychic powers now. And yeah, I was always interested in picking them up through 7th and 8th, but never got around to it. But yeah, I think after reading the book and I've been painting up an army over the last couple of weeks, I think I'm going to add more to this army.
I want to cast Presage on this unit of Rubik Marines.
Awesome.
So it's +1 to hit. It goes off on a 7.
Oof, a 12.
So a 12.
I will attempt to unbind it with deny the witch. So with my Purifier squad here. So they get +1 as a Grey Knight, and they fail.
You need a lot more pluses than that, Jay.
I do.
So +1 to hit with these guys. For his final trick, Smite's 24 inches, isn't it?
Yeah, closest enemy unit, isn't it?
Closest enemy. It's going to be tight. Which one's going to be closer?
It looks like these Purifiers, isn't it, going to be a bit closer?
And you can see them, can't he?
Yeah. Actually, no, probably not. So probably these guys then.
Okay.
So these Purifiers over here.
We're going to try and do a smite. So first of all, I'm going to see if it manifests. On a 6/7, it does. Do you want to try and stop that?
Yeah, I will try and deny that.
I'm trying to decide if I should make it a little bit harder for you, but I don't think I will.
Okay, you trying to unbind that then, Jay?
Yep. So.
Yep, go on.
Okay, so I get +1 to try and unbind this, and I do on a 9.
Okay, even if I had +2, it would have.
Hexagrammic Ward. So
Okay, so that's Araman gone. He's cast all his spells. My Demon Prince is going to try and cast Doom Bolts.
That sounds dangerous.
So this is closest enemy unit. I think it's going to be a Grandmaster.
Nemesis. I keep calling him Nemesis Grandmaster. The Nemesis Hunter there, yeah.
He's slightly out of range, but I'm going to try and cast it anyway.
Okay.
Because I can.
Okay.
Interesting.
So a Doom Bolt goes off on a 6. That's gone off on a 5, 6, 7, 8.
And how many mortal wounds can this do to me?
This will do flat 3. So I might actually you have to see if you stop it first.
I'm going to try and stop it with the the Nemesis, the Grandmaster there.
Nope.
No, that's a 5.
So this would be out of range. So I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend 4 points to add 6 inches to the range.
Okay, yeah.
So
That's really cool. I
that
like
goes
that
down
mechanic.
to 7, and you've taken 3 mortal wounds on.
3 mortal wounds
Grandmaster.
on the Grandmaster. The Grey Knights, they get a new Aegis ability, which gives them a 5+ save against mortal wounds. So I saved 2 of them.
Excellent.
Cool. He's also got.
Is it wounds suffered or wounds left with a? I think it's wounds left, isn't it, on the. Not damage suffered, so he's got 12 wounds left. Dread Knights get an extra wound in the new Codex, so I'm 13 wounds base now.
Dread Knights seem pretty good. Dodge Roll said there's 1,000 Suns Terminators sent me, but so do Grey Knight Terminators. I think both these Terminators are pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to cast Glamour of Zeech on to this unit of Rubik Marines. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again.
Okay, so I've done I've done a Dispel Temp with them, I've done a Dispel Temp with him. I'm going to do this guy now, I'm going to try and do it. You got that on a 9, did you?
On a 9, yeah.
So no, not done that.
Nope, so they are going to be -1 to hit.
Okay.
That is him, apart from... I'm going to spend a CP to cast an additional psychic power.
Yeah.
And he's going to cast a smite.
A smite, yeah.
5 plus 1 is 6. I've only cast smite once, so that does go off.
So it's just Crow now over here. 24 inches, is he in range? He is. So he will try and unbind that. Deny the witch on that one. Ooh. I think I will use a command point to reroll. No, we're okay.
Okay, so D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds.
Ouch. Okay.
No, they couldn't have the mortal wounds.
No, that's 3 mortal wounds. Takes him down to 8 wounds.
Okay. We're going to move on to this unit now. They are going to smite their...
So smite will be on a 7 now, will it?
Yeah, smite will be on a 7.
So on average you'll cast it?
Yeah, we're going to go for smite. No. Doesn't go off, even with my +1, so that's fine. This unit here, however, is going to cast Temporal Surge. So this is basically Warp Time, but Thousand Suns edition. So this goes off on a 7.
The
5.
winds of magic are weak, Dave.
So it's 5. So I'm going to spend 9. I don't have enough. No, that just doesn't go off.
So you need quite a few of these points to be able to do stuff with them.
Yeah, well, I can add 2 to a psychic test for 9 points, but I've only got 7 left. So I'm going to have to just leave that as it is. I've got this one unit left over here. They are going to try and smite, so this will be on an 8 now.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it does go off.
Okay.
And actually, because we're at the end of my psychic phase, I'm going to make it slightly harder for you. I'm going to spend 5 points to add 1 to that.
To make it a 9.
Yeah.
Then I will also spend a CP then, Dave, to use my hexagrammic wards, take me down to 5. This lets me roll 3 dice to try and unbind, to deny the witch, and I can choose which ones I want. So I'm looking to roll a 10 here, aren't I, basically? Which I do, 10.
So you get +1.
I get +1 as a Grey Knight, so that stops
so
that.
you stopped it.
Excellent.
In fact, I've slightly lied to you. I've got my nemesis as well. He can smite, can't he?
You can.
So he's going to try and smite, but he gets no bonuses or anything. So this will be on a 9 for 5, 6, 7. He won't get the benefit of +1, so that doesn't go off. And thus ends the psychic phase. Shooting, we're going to start with this guy, and he is going to fire his heavy plasma cannon at your Grandmaster.
Okay.
So he gets D3 shots with this. He gets the big 3. He's hitting on 3s. You know, are you minus?
I'm not, because he's not in cover. He counts as
You're
being...
outside. Your Brotherhood means a -1 to hit.
No. My Tide means he basically gets +1 save against this. As you're rolling, I'll explain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Units that are in light cover count as being in dense cover, and that's where they get the -1 to hit.
Right, yeah. There you go, yeah.
But he does have a 2+ save.
I'm also actually. I'm going to supercharge this.
Ooh, supercharging.
I'm supercharging. So all 3 have hit.
Nice.
It's strength 8.
So you'll be wounding me on 3s.
I'm going to CP reroll that one.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
And the AP of this is?
-3.
So that would take me to a 5+ save with my +1, so 4+. So I've saved 2 of them. How much damage would that be?
That's flat 3 damage.
So I'm going to CP that and try and re-roll it to try and save it. Because I want to try and keep him on the bracket that he's on. Yeah, so he's okay.
Okay. So he's fired. I'm then going to go to this unit that had the +1 to hit. They're going to aim all their infernal bolt guns at those Terminators over there. I just need to double check that I think the sorcerer doesn't have. No, he has a bolt pistol. So I've got 4 bolt guns. They have moved. You're not within half range, so it's just 1 shot each. So, in fact, I'm going to spend a CP
Burning through these command points,
to
Dave.
get an extra shot on those. Oops.
What strat's this then?
So this is called Bear with me, 2 seconds. Just love a new book. So this is called Infernal Fusillade. It's 1 CP and gives you 1 extra attack only with a bolt weapon though.
Okay.
So you can't use that on anything else. So 2,
Cool.
4, 6. So 8 shots. So I'm going to be hitting you on 2s with these. Oh, and I'm going to spend another CP actually to make them +1 to wound. That is called something.
Yeah, +1 to wound, okay.
Yeah, Wrath of the Wrongs. It actually cost me 2. What's their toughness?
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4. No, I won't spend that 2 CP at this point because I'm already down to 4. So we're hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s because of Araman. It's just 1 re-roll. Yep, they've all hit. So I'm wounding on 4s then.
Okay.
Use that +1 to wound.
Yeah.
Just 1, but that is at -2.
So Terminators have a 2+ save anyway. So -2 would take it to 4+, but then because I'm in the Tide of Shadows, I get +1. So back to a 3+, which he still fails.
1 damage.
Which is just 1 damage. Terminators now though have 3 wounds each.
That's really good. I think Terminator armies are going to be quite viable with this book, aren't they?
So we will put that on the Warding Stave.
Okay, we're going to go with the Terminators next. They are going to. So how many wounds have you got left on that Grandmaster?
8 wounds left on the Grandmaster.
8 wounds, and what's his toughness?
6.
He's toughness 6.
See, I suppose if you shot that guy, you could have got it to a 4+, couldn't you, with a +1 to wound?
Yeah, I might be tempted to do that now. Because I get a lot of shots with these. So I am. So I'm going to go down to 2 CP. I'm going to give them +1 to wound. They're getting rerolls of 1. Because they have got the core keyword, haven't they? Yes, they do. So they're rerolling 1s from the Demon Prince anyway. So I'm going to fire all their weapons at your Grandmaster to try and take him down.
Okay.
So we'll do the combi bolters first. So they get 4 shots each. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 of those.
So 12 shots with those.
So 8, 12. These are hitting on 3s. So we'll take out the misses.
It's not bad.
No rerolls. And then they are strength 4. So it would be.
So it would be 5s, now 4s.
Now 4s. Okay, so that is 4J at -2.
At -2, so that takes him to a 4+ save, but he also gets +1, so 3s. Oh gosh,
Ooh.
so Bill 3.
So that's 1 damage each of those ones.
So he's got 5 wounds left.
We've then got the Soul Reaper Cannon. This is heavy 5 now.
Heavy 5.
And Terminators ignore. No, they don't, do they? They don't ignore.
No, they don't.
Move and fire heavy weapons.
No.
But he does because all this does. So these are hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Got 1 to re-roll there. So just the 1 miss. This is strength 6. So it's 4s again, isn't it?
No, so 6 against
Do 3s to wound now.
3s to wound. So just the 1J, and that's at -3.
So this would take him to a 5+ save with +1 4+ save, which is okay.
Okay, and then finally from that unit we've got the missile rack. That's hit twice. This is strength 8. That's 2 wounds at -2.
So this would be 4+ back to 3+. So 1's got through.
And that's D3
I think I might
damage.
CP that.
You've CP'd this phase already, Jay.
It was a psychic. Oh, did I CP
Yeah,
that?
you did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
D3.
2 damage.
Oh, heck. Well, he's nearly dead then, Dave. He's got 3 wounds left.
But I think I've run out of...
You've taken a good
Guns.
chunk off him though, haven't you?
Yeah, run out of guns on him.
Dodge Roller says, "Oh Dave, those dice. You were unlucky to not kill him there, to be fair."
Yeah, I was, I think. These 4 guys here have got line of sight of your purifiers.
Okay.
So there's just 3 bolters in that unit. Hitting on...
3s.
You'd be
Threes,
-1
yeah.
because I'm in dense
Because
cover.
you're in
now.
dense cover. Doesn't matter, I've hit you all 3 times. But I haven't wounded you. Okay, so we've just got this unit here, and they're going to shoot those Terminators there.
Brotherhood Terminators.
So, not expecting much in the way of damage here, but we'll see. They are hitting on 3s, aren't they, with where they are?
Yes, they'll be -1. No, they'll be hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4, so I've had 1 hit then.
They're not fully within that though, are they?
They're in light cover, so they
So
can't
light
be
cover
in
is
dense
plus 1
cover.
save.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
because
because
we're
they
tied
do, yeah.
shadow.
Because you're tied.
That's really good ability.
And it hasn't wounded.
Give you a bit more survivability on those first
For
couple
that
of turns,
first
doesn't
turn,
it?
yeah.
Yeah. So that concludes my shooting phase, and I'm not going to be declaring any charges. So it's over to you, Jeff.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad the Grey Knight Grandmaster's still alive because he might make combat, but it's going to be a bit harder for him. So I get a command point for 5. Unfortunately, his nemesis is over there. So that's the direction I've got to get head in, even though I did want him to take out that, but you're sort of keeping him up there, so he might be a bit hard to get there. So we'll start by trying to move on to some of these objectives then. So my Terminators have got a movement of 5, and how close do you have to get to an objective nowadays to capture it?
3 inches, I think.
So they're going to have to advance if they want to get onto the objective. These guys have got a movement of 6, which means they might be able to get within 3 inches of it. No. Oh, actually, no. No. Okay, so we'll start heading up this way, and I'll start trying to put some firepower down onto the guys over there. The purifiers will move up 6 inches. It's a bit tricky to see what's going on here.
Fighting their way through that dense cover there.
Around this way. Okay. These purifiers will start marching up here.
Yeah, I think this turn 1 you're both going to struggle to get within 3 of any of those objectives, aren't you?
Yeah, unless we run. But then we're obviously sacrificing the...
I did try and cast Temporal Surge on these guys to get them
actually.
within range of it, but unfortunately, did you stop it, or I can't remember if you stopped it or if I failed to cast it.
Advancing, do you roll your dice and then you can use a CP to make it a 6, or do you just use a CP straight away?
No, you can roll first.
Roll first, so my Grandmaster's going to try and advance.
It's in Age of Sigmar now. You have to declare it before rolling.
I think 17, so he's going to be going 9. So I'm going to use a CP. So it takes me to 4 CP. Oh, did I add a CP at the beginning?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, 4 CP. To make that 6. So he's only movement 5 now. So he's going 11 inches, which puts him up there.
Get some objective then.
And then we will move Crow up behind to here. These Terminators here, I'm tempted to run them to get them on the objective.
And that one's worth 10 points.
And that one is worth 10. So these guys are going to run as well. Yep, so they've got 8 inches, which gets them onto that objective. Which they may regret that, but you know.
It's all about the points, though. Obviously it's not Sigma, so you know Dave's going next, and they might take some fire there. But they're pretty sturdy, aren't they?
They are Terminators.
Your rule to work like a lot of the other ones, where if you're within 12 inches, they don't get the benefit of that.
Yeah, it's only outside of 12 inches. Yeah, but you'll see. I'm going to be doing something in a second on that. So that is my movement phase. So we're going to the psychic phase now. And what we're going to do first is we're going to start with these purifiers here, Dave, who I believe are out of range. So I might have to use a stratagem to increase the range like you did.
So there's quite a lot of ways of extending the range of your psychic powers in both these books then.
Yeah. And it is called Powerful Adept. Yeah, you can add 6 inches to the range. And then I just need to make sure Purifying Flames, I think you have to be visible. Yeah, visible to units. So Crow, so they're going to be out. He's out of range there, and these are out of range. So it's whether I want to cast. So I think I'm going to leave that actually. So we'll start over on the Grandmaster. He's going to cast.
Can you use psychic powers after you've advanced?
Yeah.
You can. Okay.
I hope so.
So Dodgy Roller says Terminators are pretty tough. That's a good shout running them.
Yeah, we'll see if they can stay on that objective. So I'm going to use the CP here, Dave, on to take me down to 3. This is on psychic channeling. So I use this stratagem in the psychic phase when a Grey Knight Psychic is chosen for my army, my Nemesis Grandmaster there, and I get to roll an additional D6 when I'm taking psychic tests. So I'm hoping that gives me a bit of bump.
So you don't have to discard any, you just get the...
Oh no, I do have to discard
you
the
do
lowest.
discard,
Yeah.
right.
And then he's going to go try and cast one of the new powers, which is called Empiric Amplification, which I think is a 7.
Well, Jay's just looking for that. How do you think your first turn went, Dave?
Okay. I would have liked to have taken that Grandmaster out.
Yeah, I think he's a bit reduced now. I've only 3 runes left.
Yeah.
So this goes off on a 7, Dave, and I'm going to target one enemy unit visible. So I'm going to target this unit here, I think.
The unit of Rubicry, yeah.
So that will go off on an 8, Dave.
That'll go off on me.
In fact, I will target the Dreadnought.
Technically, you'd have to declare that before you rolled, though, I guess.
I'll let you have that. Because I think either way, you would... if it gone off or not, that's fine. I'm going to try and stop that with Araman.
Okay.
I did just check to see if my Cabal points carried over, but they don't. It is the end of my psychic phase to go. Because there is ways of upping that as well. So you got it on an 8.
On an 8, yeah.
Okay.
He's unbound it.
Unbound it.
And
Nice
then
one, Araman.
the next one he's going to... so I'm going to use another strat, which is Mental Focus, which lets him cast an additional power. I'm going to cast Warp Shaping. He still benefits from the Psychic Channeling, so he still rolls 3 dice here. This goes off on a 4, so it's gone off on a 11, Dave.
I am...
When you've
Why
got
not?
Psychics to unbind
Why
it,
not?
haven't
Yeah,
you?
Araman's going to try and stop that as well because he's going to roll a double 6.
He might do.
Yes,
He
plus one
doesn't.
as well, don't forget.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't get +1 to deny,
No, oh.
+1 to cast.
So that means I can change my tide. So I'm going to go into Tide of Convergence, which is where most of the damage comes from a Grey
Yeah.
Knight's army. So that's him cast them. What we'll do then is, looking at what else he's going to be getting into combat this turn, is not a lot. So we're going to cast just Smites now, I believe. So we'll start with this squad here. So I'm guessing they're the closest target. So they're going to try and cast a Smite.
Probably just because you don't have to measure from a particular model, do you?
No.
You
Yeah,
nominate
yeah,
the person
would
who's
be.
casting it, and that would be the closest model. It's normally the squad
Yeah.
leader, isn't it?
So that's gone off, Dave, on a 10.
I will try and stop that with the unit that you're trying to target. No.
So it's D3 Super Smite's 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds. So these are now 2 wounds each. So that's 1 dead and 1's lost a wound.
We'll try a Smite from Castell and Crow. So now it's a bit harder. 7, I think that's still done it, isn't it? Smite 6, isn't it? First cast. Is that right?
5 is the first.
Alright, so on a 7
yeah.
then, yeah. I think it's going to be the Dreadnought, isn't it? So
Yeah, it'd be the Dreadnought. So this unit of Rubicry, you're going to try and stop that. 6. No.
Nope.
Another 3 mortal wounds on the...
So 3 mortal wounds down on the Dreadnought.
So do the Thousands not get any wound shrug abilities? Or anything?
No. I mean, he would reduce normal damage by 1. But yeah, no, nothing to shrug that.
We'll go...
Morton Joe says hammer hand on Terminators just in case.
Yeah, well, this is it. If they get charged to reroll the wounds, it's probably not a bad shout. I mean, that unit there, it's this unit that's the one that is the combat unit, which is where I want to put hammer hand. But I don't think they're going to see combat this turn or next turn. This unit then is also going to try smite, so now I'm looking for a 7. They've done it on a 7. And that's the other good thing, Grey Knights now get access to regular smites. So
yeah, so do I. Instead of the one, Araman's going to use his last dispel to try and stop that. No, he's not done it.
He's been struggling with these spells, hasn't he?
2 mortal wounds.
And that's on this guy, isn't it?
That's on that guy.
So he's taken 5 now.
We'll do another smite from the Purifiers here, so we're looking for an 8. They don't do it. And last but not least, we'll do a smite from the Brotherhood Terminators, looking for a 9. They don't do it. And that concludes the psychic phase. So we'll go into the shooting phase.
So Dodgy Roller said, the more I look at Dave's list, the more I like it. It seems like a really nice 50 power level. I think it's just a tad over 50. I think both sides are 53, are
53, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice army, isn't it? You've got plenty of Rubric Marines. There's, really, now you want to be taking a unit of 10 because they ignore morale. Which is pretty good.
Immortan Juice says, can't you cast Sanctic spells multiple times, just like Smite?
You can cast Sanctic spells multiple times. So Hammer Hand is a spell from Sanctic that you can cast multiple times, but it gets harder to cast, like Smite. Purifying Flames. Unfortunately, Purifying Flames without a range this turn, and I really want to use that spell, so hopefully next turn we can use Purifying Flames.
Bit of a cagey turn 1 with people just getting into position, hasn't it? I think turn 2 will be a bit brutal.
So now we're going to go to shooting. This advanced, so it can't fire its guns. Even though it's a vehicle, I think it's.
Is it a vehicle?
It's a vehicle, yeah. But I think advanced. You can fire assault weapons. Can't you?
Fire assault
advanced.
weapons.
Yeah, he doesn't have any assault weapons. These guys advanced, but they have got an incinerator, which I believe is a assault weapon that automatically hits. So I think I will try and fire that first, Dave, at these Marines in front of me. It's a 12-inch range, which is increased. Incinerator. Yep, here we are.
So before you roll any dice...
Oh no, it's a heavy die. It's heavy.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll skip them.
Don't they have Storm Bolters?
Yeah, but they're rapid fire and they advance.
Oh, they're not assault? Okay.
So we'll go for the strike squad here, the Purifier squad here. So they're so all but one of them are in half range. They're rapid fire 2, which means that it's 2 shots each, isn't it, at half range? Is that right? Rapid fire 1.
Rapid fire 2 is
4 shots at half range.
4 shots at half range, yeah.
So it's going to be
That's pretty cool. So what's that gun they're firing there, Jay?
just storm bolters
Storm bolters.
into the, and then just 2 shots for the one that's out of range.
I'm going to spend a CPJ on biomechanical mutation. So basically, I'm going to get a... In fact, does he get that anyway? No, he doesn't. So that basically gives him a 5+ shrug.
Okay. So looking for freeze to hit you. I can reroll 1s because my Grandmaster there reroll 1s to hit, which is good actually, because they're the only ones that miss by the looks of it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's all hits. And then I'm looking for probably 5s, I guess. Strength 4 bolter.
Yeah, these toughness 4.
This is on your
oh, sorry.
Toughness
7.
So 5s. So that's 1. Only 2, I think, there, Dave.
There's a couple through. You're unlucky there, Jay, with the weight of fire.
And is it any minus?
No, I don't think the storm bolt has any AP.
So I've got a 3+ save on this. So we both didn't need to use that CP on. I was expecting to take a lot more wounds. I was trying to try and keep him alive, but it was actually a bit more straightforward than I imagined.
What we'll do now is we'll fire this Purifier. I think they can... No, they can't see. So we're going to fire all the Purifier shots over there. 24-inch range, rapid fire 2, so it's 2 shots each, is it? Is that right? Am I rapid?
So rapid fire 2, and they've moved, and they're not within half range.
No.
So 2 shots each.
Yeah. So it's going to be 10 shots.
It's Terminators that they can move and still get the full rapid fire complement. That's why I love Scarabcle Terminators. So
these are hit on freeze with no rerolls. And then wounding you on 4s, you're just a Space Marine, aren't you? Okay, so that is 5 wounds, Dave. You get +1 save for being in cover there.
I get +1 save. Yes. Also, in fact, you can only go up 1 save, can't you?
Well, you can have as many pluses as you like, but they cap at 1.
They cap at 1 because all this dust is still a thing, which means if it's damage 1, I add 1 to my armor saves. So I'm up to a 2+ save, and that's on these, isn't it?
That's on those.
And it's 5.
Yeah, 5 of them.
1 has failed, so I've taken a wound.
Okay. And then these Terminators here are going to unload with their Storm Bolters. So these get a lot more shots. Looking for freeze. No rerolls over here because I don't have any characters. And then falls.
There's a lot of firepower there.
Yeah, I mean, even your basic infantry is armed with a Storm Bolt, which is quite cool. So, a few wounds I got through there, Dave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 wounds, I think.
2, 4, 6, 7 again on this unit here.
On the same unit, yeah.
Yep, so 2+ saves. Made them all.
Okay.
Bit of a war of attrition this one with these high saves on both sides.
And that is all of the shooting. So I'm going to try a charge with the Grandmaster.
He advanced.
And he has a Warlord trait that lets him advance and charge.
Oh, amazing.
Now, who do I want to charge? I really want to get rid of that doofer there. I mean, he's going to die to all that afterwards, but I think that could probably get some work done against these. So I think we're going to go into... Well, actually, we can probably do a multi-charge here and get both.
Multi-charge.
So we're going to do that. I'm going to charge both of those units there, Dave.
Are you overwatching with any units, Dave?
I think, you know what? I've only got 1 CP left and I was going to save that, but you've only got 3 wounds left.
So it's just under a 5-inch there. Yeah, so I think a 6 will do it.
So I'm going to get 8 shots with these guys at -2. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm gonna Overwatch. I think I'm going to kill him on Overwatch.
You're going to try and kill him
I'm
on
going
Overwatch?
to kill him on Overwatch.
Excellent.
So I've got 8 shots with the Infernal Bolt Guns.
So 6s
Watch
to
all
hit.
these 6s.
Oh, I can't look.
There's 2 6s.
2 6s.
So you can't kill him.
No, I can't. Well, I've got a pistol yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
one
one wound -2.
So that would be a 2. Oh, do I want to? It's probably too late to pop it now. Actually, Skip. Okay, so -2, so it's going to be 4+. So he's okay.
Okay, and then I've got a pistol, and I think it's called the
Instead of Overwatch with the plasma there, Dave. Easier to wound, does more damage, you need 1 to get through to kill him.
Yeah, maybe. I was thinking weight of shots, more chance of getting 6s. An Infernal Bolt pistol is just 1, and it's missed. The trait and missed it.
Okay, so we're looking for a 6.
Is he going to make this epic charge?
He does. Oh, yes. 9 inches. Okay. So he's in. Now then, do I want to use some strats to give him some extra attacks? He is a Brotherhood unit. He would benefit from his Symphonic Strike, which gives him an extra attack, and he is down an attack. I think at the moment he is only getting... Let's have a look. So he would normally get 6 attacks. He's now only getting 4 attacks. He gets +1 for charging because of his other Warlord trait, Demon Slayer. So that would put him on 5 attacks. And then I could spend a strat to get him to, with the Brotherhood, the Rapiers one, Symphonic Strike, which will... Well, oh no, that just means that then turn of phase, each time it's a unmodified roll 6, it scores an additional hit, so we're not going to do that. But what I will do is I'm going to use the a stratagem that the Dread Knights get access to, which has just occurred to me, which is the deadly charge, Thunderous Stride. So when he finishes a charge, you roll a dice. On a 2 to 5, that enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it suffers 3 mortal wounds. So I'm going to do this on the Dreadnought there. So
It's your last command point then.
No, I've got 1 left after this. So on a 2 to 5,
It's a 1.
it's a 1.
Of course it's a 1.
So he's fluffed his charge. So now we're just going straight into the fight then. So he gets some cool new options with his Nemesis Great Sword. And I'm wondering whether to use a sweeping blow just on those guys to try and kill all them off. How many wounds has this guy got left?
He's got 4 wounds left.
Okay.
I mean, this guy can probably deal with both those units, can't he?
Well, he can get 5 attacks, and I can dish some out either way, or he can get 10 attacks at AP -2, which I think is probably going to be the better option. So we're going to go for 10 attacks. We're going to put 6 on that squad,
Marines, yeah.
and 4 on the Dreadnought. So
Okay.
hitting on 2 still, re-rolling 1s.
Which one's these first?
The red ones are on your Dreadnought.
Does his profile degrade at all?
And not these elements of his stats, no.
That's pretty good.
So they're all hits. He is now strength. He's still strength 6, so he needs 3s against the
Marines.
And what's the toughness of a Dreadnought?
7.
So he needs 5s against the
Dreadnought.
But I'm looking for 6s really because of my tide of convergence. So 3s and 5s. So we've got no 6s unfortunately. So it's not very good. So 1, 2, 3, 4 against your Marines at -2, and none against the Dreadnought.
So 4 against my Marines. Are these damage?
Damage 2 these are.
Damage 2. Okay, so I don't get all his dust.
So we need to save first, though, Dave.
Yeah, but I would increase my armor save by 1
Right.
if it was
okay.
damage 1. So it's damage 2. So it's -2 takes me down to 5 plus 4 of them. There's nothing else I'm missing there now. So I've made 1.
So that's 2 damage each with them.
2, so 3 Marines have been
Pounded.
cut down.
He's pretty good. Even I mean, what degrades on his profile?
His movement degrades, and his ballistic skill degrades, and his attacks degrade.
So you could have more than the millions of attacks he rolled.
Yeah, well, there's ways to get him like making 14 of those attacks.
Really, that's
yeah.
crazy.
So I'm gonna punch you back with my Dreadnought, Jay.
Okay. So I'm going to activate my Servant of the Emperor gift of the Prescience. This is one of the one-use only battles. This gives him a 3+ invulnerable save.
Oof. Don't like the sound of that. Okay. So he's got a Hellforged Dreadnought combat weapon. Let's see if we can hit you. So I'm hitting you on freeze. So I've hit you 3 times. It's strength 14.
Dave, put a 1,000 sun back on. He doesn't reroll 1s himself. He's not a core. That rule changed in the chapter master.
Okay.
I think I rerolled 2 1s in that battle, so we'll see.
Okay.
Marines come back.
So 3 of hit. What toughness are you?
Toughness 6.
So
Toughness
2s.
6, so 2s.
This
So
could
that
hurt a
is
little bit, Jay.
3. So you've got your 3+ invulnerable save.
Okie dokie.
But if you fail 1,
I failed 1, so I will CP it with my last CP. Oh, he's okay.
damn.
The Emperor saved him.
We will. Is it piling an inch in 40k?
Palin, 3 inches isn't it with closest enemy
You just
model?
have to be within 2 inches of a model.
So they're all in combat, Jay.
Yeah.
Dave. If you
These.
we're going to move there,
Yeah.
they're all in combat.
Okay. So Rubric Marines. We'll do the 2 normal Marines first. How long have they had 2 attacks? I think that's new. So they get 4 attacks in total. Hitting on freeze.
They have 2 attacks each?
Yeah.
So that's 6 attacks then, isn't it?
No, because he's a sorcerer. He's got a stave.
Oh, right, okay. So
I'm rerolling the 1. No. So 2 hits, but I'm gonna need
5s. Strength 4, aren't you?
Yeah, strength 4.
have you got
No, these are just normal. So 1 full save,
2+, he's okay.
and then we've got the 4 stave. So the sorcerer gets 3 attacks. He's hit all 3 times. He's strength 4, 5, 6, 7.
Please.
So 3s.
So all 3 and -1.
So 3+. He's okay.
So that one using is that for that phase?
That's till the end of the turn.
Okay.
Ouch. Really want to take him out. He is in the
Glad
way.
he survived because I've got that objective as well then.
But I am gonna mortal wound you.
That's okay. He's done his job. So that's it. I've got no fight against strats or anything like that to do. I've got no CP left. You've got no CP left, so we've used a lot of CP there.
So is that the end of the turn?
That's the end of the turn. Oh no, battle shock, Dave, on your.
I ignore battle shock with Marines.
Okay, that's good.
So Jay, you have got the objective worth 10, and you've got the objective worth 5. Are you just out of range of that one?
Yeah, I think I am out of range of this one. Oh no, actually, I did run with these guys. What do you reckon?
3 inches from the edge of the marker. There's a little 3-inch marker.
From the edge of the marker, or
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
then.
in there then. Yeah.
So you've got 20 points then, Jay. Turn 1.
That's fine, because we're going to punch you back. So I gain 1 CP. I mean, there's so many things I want to use that CP on. I don't know. I don't know
That's the problem,
what I
isn't
want to do with that. I've got nothing to do in the command phase.
You got your cabal points.
That's the beginning of the psychic phase.
Okay.
So we're going to go to movement. I mean, let's not mess about here. My Demon Prince is going to go down there. These guys are going to shuffle up to here. I'd argue, don't worry, it's magnetised, that these guys are better at shooting than combat.
Magnus ties.
Magnus ties. All comedians.
Are they within range of that marker, Dave? So you've got it if you do kill them.
Well, I'll charge them.
Oh well, we'll charge
I
them.
won't kill them with. I think I'm just out, but I'm going to be charging them anyway. These guys are so. These are just going to nudge up slightly to here.
I mean, that objective that you're heading to is the 10 pointers. If you can clear the stuff off there, Jay's
Yeah.
going to have to bring stuff back to it.
Yeah. Do I want to fall out of combat with those rubric Marines? And leave the Dreadnought to... Because you can cast psychic powers into combat, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're outside of combat.
You can cast psychic powers anyway.
Yeah.
I don't believe you can cast Psychic powers if you fall back.
That's true, actually. So you know what? They're going to stay there. This is worrying. I don't know if I should just forego this for the time being.
Decisions.
I'm going to forego this one for the time being and stay stationary and get more shots off. He's just going to shuffle to try. He's basically trying to just stay out of line of sight as best as he can.
I'm trying to get to it, but I don't think I'm going to get there.
That is all my Araman. He's actually pretty good in a fight. So his redundancy, he's going to come around here and potentially charge if the psychic phase goes horribly wrong. Of which we're going on to now. So Cabal points wise, I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 for the bonus one there. So we're up to 11.
That's pretty good.
And we're going to open with... Do you know what I never used? My free reroll. Wasn't even a reroll. Which I'm going to cast again. Divine Fortune. Goes off on a 6. Doesn't go off... I'm not too fussed about that actually. No, we'll leave that.
With it being a D6 roll, it's a bit. If you roll
Swing
anything
anyway.
but a 6 and a 1, it's not really any use using, is it?
No. So we're going to now cast Twist of Fate. I mean, you should be dead.
It's whether the Emperor is looking down upon Golar fallen.
Yeah.
I think he is dead. I should have hidden from your shoot. I wasn't.
I'm going to do
I
this.
imagine just a big halo of light around this guy, deflecting all the bullets.
Just in case this goes past the psychic phase and he's still standing,
Yep.
I'm going to cast Twist of Fate, which is basically going to remove his invulnerable save.
Has he got an invulnerable save?
He has a 4+ by base.
Oh, cool.
So this goes off on an 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's gone off on.
Oof. So he will try and stop it.
Oh,
No,
the
no
Empress
chance.
is
So
taking you
your
now.
invulnerable save has been ripped from you. He is then going to cast... He's then going to cast... He's going to cast Smite.
Okay.
He's going to cast Can you choose what value? Oh, I don't think you can, but that psychic power cannot be denied after a psychic test for a unit that only is passed. Right, so I'm going to cast Smite. Oh! It's a super smite.
He's perils.
He does peril, but don't worry about that. So,
D6
you could
wounds.
potentially dispel that, couldn't you?
I can, yeah, because I can roll
Stop.
13. Whoa.
I'm going to make sure you.
Dave rolled a 13, they rolled a double 6.
Oh,
Plus
yeah.
1.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, yeah.
So you can't stop it.
I can't stop
So
it.
I don't have to do anything now. I don't have to
Okay.
spend any cabal points.
No.
So this is going to do D6 mortal wounds to you. I just need to do.
How many mortal wounds does it do to yourself?
D3.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Because I've cast 13. I don't.
You still rolled a double 6. That's a
Yeah,
perils.
it's the unmodified is the perils.
Right, I'm going to spend a CP and ignore that perils then.
Okay.
I'm down to no CP.
Yeah.
All those things I would spend that CP on.
So how many wounds has this guy got left?
3 wounds left.
So if Dave gets 3 or more on this,
He's not dead. He gets a 5+ shrug.
this is true. 3 more wounds.
Oh! Praise be the Emperor.
No, he's dead.
He's dead. I don't know whether he explodes or not.
Well, that was lucky for Dave because I thought you had it there with this deep in his territory, Jay.
Yeah, he doesn't explode.
Okay, so for
His
his
mission
last,
is failed.
And
For
that's
his last
also
That was
great.
his last power. You cast 3 with him now.
he's cast.
He cast the one you rolled double 2, then he cast the one that stripped me invulnerable save, and then he just cast Smite.
That's right. I cast that one.
You cast the
that
one that
one.
gives you the dice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And I can't use the CP to make him cast again. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. The Demon Prince is going to cast Doombolt on your unit of Marines there. This goes off on a 6. It's gone off on an 11.
You're rolling hot today.
These hobby room dice that he's
Nope.
rolling with.
So that's 3
3 mortal wounds, so they do get their 5+ shrug. Of which they don't stop any. So that's a dead Terminator. So he had 2 left, so him, and then 1 wound on. We may as well get rid of that. So,
He's going to cast Glamour of Zeech on my Scarabocul Terminators. 5. That's gone off on a 6. And I'm going to spend.
you've got no CP left.
It's not
Oh,
CP.
Cabal points, of course.
I'm going to spend 5 of those. So I'm down to 6 to add 1 to that.
So what is it now?
So it's a 7.
Do you need line of sight to deny the witch? I think you do, don't you?
Not sure.
Deny the Witch. I do believe so.
Okay, and what's the glamour is each? This is the
Minus
-1
1
to
to
hit.
So it'd be -1 to hit these Terminators.
No, you can have that.
Okay, so that's both of his powers. The Scarabocul Terminators. Do they need a 4+ invulnerable save, or do I smite?
Have the greeners getting away with tripping invulnerable saves?
Against demons, they do.
But yeah, I'll give them Weaver of Fates if I can on a 7. That's not gone off, and there's no way I can up that to make it go off. The Rubricae are going to cast Smite. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Crow will try. Oh no,
7,
8, 9. Done it on a 9, but I have to beat you, don't I? So
D3 mortal wounds, just the 1 mortal wound on the Terminators.
if 1 had 2, 3, yeah. So he's down to 1. He would have had 2 wounds, so that's right.
These guys are going to use temporal surge. So this was on a 7,
Oh, nice.
6, 7, 8, 9.
We'll try and stop it. 10, done it.
Damn, could have done
So
with
you
that
and
going
Tyrone
off.
you get +1 as well, Jay?
I get +1 to deny, not to cast.
Okay, interesting.
Really needed that because I could have gotten that.
Everything over
objective.
here is denied now, so I've only got 2 deny attempts left.
It's not good, that is, Jay. I would have been on the objective. You ruined my plans. Ruined them. Okay, that's them gone. So we've just got these 2 units over here. So this unit is going to cast Smite, which will probably be on probably end up actually going to be on that Purify squad, isn't it?
Okay.
Where's the... Yeah, it will be because he's there. So I think he's ever so slightly closer.
So this is your third smite.
This is my third smite. It's gone off on a 10.
Nope, that's gone through.
D3 more wounds.
3 more wounds.
Dead purifier.
Oh.
With a wound. You're on 4 with your psychic powers today, Dave.
After a disappointing turn 1, you've pretty much cast every spell here.
This guy, I think he's closer to your Terminators, so he's going to try smite as well.
Oh, right, another 10.
10.
So Terminator, going to try and stop it. Yes,
Yeah, you stopped
12.
Okay, that was a very
I need to take... I get some shrugs against those mortal
Yes.
wounds. Yes, so I only took 1 mortal wound, so he's back alive with 1 wound.
Icabals have just subscribed on YouTube.
And you get
Thank
to
you very
resave
much.
with that one as well.
I will, won't I? Did I do the saves with that one? No, not the second one. Was it free?
I did flat free
Which
from
I did
him.
my saves again. We'll
Yeah.
ignore that. I can't
Okay.
remember now. I can't remember.
Right, so that was a very successful psychic phase. So we're going to move on to shooting. And we're going to go with the Scarab Occult Terminators first. So,
A lot of shots incoming on the Terminators.
4.
Yeah, this could be fairly brutal on these Terminators. Unfortunately, if Dave spawns on within 3 inches, he wipes the squad, he's not got the objective.
I think he is within 3 inches.
No, but that, I think I'm fine with that, because I think I can catch up.
You've got the objective, have you?
Okay, so unfortunately I haven't got the +1 to wound, because I've got no CP left. So we're hitting on 3 re-rolling 1s. Just
good.
the 1 to re-roll, which misses. So they are all hits. It's strength 4, your toughness 4. So 4s. Still wounded, I'm not doing too great. On 4 at -2.
So this is a 4+ save then. I failed 2 of them.
Just 1 damage each.
So kills him and puts a wound on this guy.
Soul Reaper Cannon, hitting on 3s, all hits.
A lot of shots on that Soul Reaper cannon, isn't it?
Strength 6, so 3s. That is all of them. So 5 at -3, I think this is.
So this is a 5+ save then. Which I made only 1 of. So 4 got through.
How much
Yeah,
damage
it's
is
-3 and the 1 damage each.
So 4. So that would kill him and another Terminator.
Cool.
Wow.
And I'm going to leave him alive because I'm going to charge him with the imprint.
Ah, okay.
They can't see anything else to shoot with.
You may as well shoot it.
I'm going to just shoot him. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot him. Are you within 12 inches? I think you will be.
Easily.
Easily. So 6 shots from the rapid fire infernal bolt guns. Reroll those 1s.
Well, you know, I thought the Green Knights had this at the end of turn 1, but
That is 3 wounds at -2, Jake.
So 4+. He's okay.
He's okay. I will have to charge him. Oh, I've got a pistol. It's hit. It's not wounded. So that's all the guns over on yonder. This unit of Rubric Marines are going to shoot your Purifiers.
Okay.
You're not in rapid fire range, so it's just going to be 2 shots.
But you stood still.
I'm still. Of course. No, yes I did. I've not
Discipline,
moved.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
they're in combat, so they haven't moved, have they?
No. I was
Just
thinking then.
All of a sudden there's a big opening for
There's
them.
a big
Where
opening.
a Dread Knight used to be.
Dodgy Roller says Chaos always wins.
All hits. But no wounds. No wounds. And I think the pistol will be out of range. No, it's not. It's in range. Just 1 shot. It's hit. It's wounded. And I think actually it's got Infernal Bolt Pistol -2 still. Yeah.
So 5+.
Pistol.
He's okay.
He's okay. Araman, does he have a pistol? He's probably out of range actually, isn't
He's
he? Yeah.
probably about 18 inches away, is he there?
Yeah, he's out of range. Okay. What's the big guy going to shoot? He's going to shoot the purifiers.
Okay. Is he degraded with his ballistic?
He doesn't degrade his ballistic skill now.
Excellent.
He doesn't degrade at all.
That's good.
He has got these ones.
Is he not shooting Crow?
He can't, can he?
Why not? He's the closest model.
He's not. That guy's slightly closer.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I have got these Terminators coming over here, and a plasma cannon would do more to Terminators than they would those purifiers. So I'm going to shoot your Terminators.
Okay.
So D3 shots. Oh, just the one. Hitting on a 3. It's hit. Probably wounded on a 3, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think you're strength 7, aren't you, if you don't overcharge
I
it?
didn't overcharge. I should have overcharged, but I didn't. So that's -3.
So just a 5. Oh, 5 plus save for them. Against the purifiers.
No, against
So
Terminators.
so he's got 3.
2 damage. I should have overcharged it.
So he's okay. One's got 1 wound left.
That was too busy wanting to roll dice quickly. Forgot to overcharge. That leaves this unit of Rubric Marines, which are going to shoot at your
They are in dense cover there, I think, the purifiers.
going to
Yeah, they're not
going
in
into
cover.
Terminators.
Yeah.
The guy in the front means that they're not in light cover because he's not behind the bar pipe.
Okay, yep, so you're okay shooting any of them then. It's going to be 8 shots, isn't it?
Who do I go into? The Purifiers or the Terminators? Squeeze the Purifiers. Hitting on 3s.
You've been rolling hot today, Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
lovely.
really good, isn't it? And wound on 4s.
Oh,
So you've got 5 wounds at -2. It's the -2.
That is really
It's so
good.
good, isn't it? On and that's not a change. That's always been the case.
so I've saved 1. So it's 4 damage, so 2 dead Marines.
That's very, very good. Razor Clam in the chat says, would Grey
One's
Knights
got
be
a
a
win.
good starter army? What do you think, Jay?
I have a feeling. I'm going to swap that guy out with one of the dead ones. I have a feeling that they're going to be quite difficult to master. So I don't. As a starting army, you've got low model count, which is good.
Yeah, and you've got good saves, you've got good shooting.
Yeah, so they are Space Marines, although you don't get any chapter doctrines or anything. I'd say they're harder to use than Space Marines. I'm looking through the Codex. But they can do something in every phase, which is also good as you're getting into the game as a starter army, because you get to experience, sidekick, shooting, combat.
Yeah, they certainly seem powerful, but I think there's going to be a bit of finesse to mastering them. But I'm sure they'd hold their own with a starter army.
I am going to declare a charge with my Dreadnought on that unit of Purifiers.
Oh, okay.
So a 10-inch charge.
Okay.
Interesting. Are you overwatching, Jay?
No, I've got no CP.
6, 7, 8. He's failed it. Good attempt though.
Was a good attempt.
But it wasn't like I'm not bothered about
No,
that.
it
That
was
would have
just
been a
a-
bonus.
So this guy, I think, Dave, is about. You need a 4 to get in, I think.
That'll do. 6. So he's gonna swing in there.
Is he charging to get within 3 inches of that objective marker?
He.
Because obviously you can climb on top of that rubble.
Yeah.
Within 3 inches there, I'd say.
Just thinking, so
Yeah,
if
he
you
is
survive
actually,
the fight,
he's-
you've got that objective
Yeah.
then.
Do I charge him with the Scarab Occult or do I just leave him to finish that? I'm just thinking.
Both of them get to fight before Jay's got no CP.
We'll go with the Terminators as well. I'm not quite sure what I need, but we'll just roll.
Oh, there we go.
Definitely. What's that? 11.
So Morton just says, in terms of hobby, Grey Knight are a great army. In terms of playing the game, maybe, but they've got a lot going on to play. But I think both of these armies, you've got a lot of things going on. I mean, obviously the guys have only had a couple of days with the book as well, and there's lots of things to remember.
Yeah.
I think with all armies, though, once you know what you're doing, you've made a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
When we
I
go to
can't
tournaments and stuff, we tend to have a bit of paper with all the things you need to remember each phase, so you're not flipping through the book.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the data cards coming.
Mm.
So you can have all your spells out in front of you,
Yeah.
and you can pull out your key. Because there's 35 stratagems in this book,
Mm.
which is great, but there are some that you're definitely going to use, and some that you most. So what I like to do with the data cards is pick out the ones that you're going to use quite a lot. So a quick reference, you're like, boom, I'm going
Yeah.
to use that 1 CP. We're going to go with the Demon Prince first, Jay.
Okay.
So he gets 5 attacks. He's swinging with his sword.
Does roll says he loves those Terminators. Are we talking the Grey Knight ones or the 1,000-ton ones? I mean, they're both really good, aren't they?
He's hitting on 2s.
Ooh.
He rolls 2 1s.
Does he get to reroll any ones for Zinchi shenanigans?
No, it's only core units within him that get to reroll ones, not himself.
That's the mistake I made with the Grandmaster.
He's strength 7.
So you freeze.
That's 3 at minus 3.
So it's 5 plus invulnerable save. Or maybe on actually, yeah, so I thought it was a 5.
Flat 3 damage each.
So he's dead. Which is a shame because he's got objective secured, so I thought I might be able to sneak onto that objective.
Oh, at least you've consolidated that objective, Dave.
Yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, nice one.
So
So I've got
pretty
some
happy
battle
with that.
shock to. Oh, it's at the battle round battle shock, isn't it?
End of the turn.
End of turn.
End of turn. So I have got some battle shock. So these have lost 2 models. So
Your bravery's pretty high enough, unless
it's bravery 9 for the purifiers, and they've got and they shall know no fear. So I ignore any modifiers.
So you can't roll high enough to fail it, can you? D6 plus number of models lost.
Right. Okay. And the other squad that lost models has lost every model. Okay, so going into my turn now. No, so Dave, it's in a battle round, isn't it? Okay, so I get 1 command point. Okay, so it's looking a bit thin on the ground now.
At least you can consolidate your lead, can't you?
I can try and consolidate my lead. So we can try and get some nice powers off now, though.
And it's all about the powers, this battle report.
So we're going to move the purifiers up here.
Gotta say, your 1,000 tons are looking really nice, Jay.
Well,
Grey
they're Grey Knights, actually.
Oh, Grey Knight, sorry. Grey Knight's looking really nice.
Let's move Crow. If Araman can't kill... the Grandmaster Golar Fawn can't get his nemesis, maybe the...
He's got Araman to get past before he
Purifiers
can get
can.
near that guy.
The only problem here is like I'm just moving into bloody rapid fire range here with all my guys, aren't I? Which is a pain.
Well, these guys have been firing rapid fire anyway.
I suppose it's whether you can weather those objectives for a couple of turns.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll move these guys up. We'll see what we can do.
Because I guess on the plus side, Dave's gonna have to abandon something on the other side of the board to hold that objective.
I mean, the Demon Prince is pretty nippy, but those Scarab Occult Terminators, they could potentially now be out of the game for a while. They've got no line of sight, so they can't shoot anything. They can move 5 inches, so maybe they can move to get some shots off, but that would probably mean going the long way around. So,
Razor Clam says, do Grey Knights have the most psychic powers of any Marine army? Is this what sets them apart? Loyalist, yeah.
Definitely loyalist, yeah. I mean, yeah, they are a very psychic heavy army, and we're only playing 1,000 points here, and we've got limited unit selections because this is the beginning of my crusade. I want to add a Brotherhood Chaplain, I want to add a Brotherhood Librarian, and I want to add a regular Brotherhood Brother Captain, and possibly Drago. And those 4 hero options, character options, really unlock your psychic phase. You get access to a load of strats which give you +1 for your psychic tests. You get access to litanies, which improve where you can get +1 again. So you're looking at +2 for psychic tests then in auras. So you're not seeing the full psychic potential of the Grey Knight army in this battle. You need to add support characters in to really unlock that.
It's more of a taster to check out the book, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it's really, really cool from a sort of thematic point of view because basically the Grey Knights, it's the whole squad is continuously manifesting this psychic power, this psychic will, as they're fighting the demon. The squad's working together, and that really sort of comes across in the way you play your army with different pieces of support. So your Brother Captain becomes a focal point for the rest of the force's psychic powers. So I'm really looking forward to adding some extra units like that, and then you will feel some super smites. However, saying that, you're going to see something really cool now in the psychic phase. I hope, if it all goes well.
And if I don't dispel it.
And of course, you get a lot of unbinds, yeah. So it might not go off. But we're going to try and cast some purifying flames. So we're going to start with this unit of purifiers here. It goes off against the closest unit within 9 inches, which is your Dreadnought.
Within 9 inches, okay, cool.
And it goes off on a 5, but purifiers get +1 to cast it. This is a Sanctic power, so I can cast this multiple times. So it's gone off on an 8 with their +1.
Okay, Araman's going to try and stop that.
Okay. He does.
Of course he does.
Sorry, Jay. I do want you to show off your new toys, but it can't be helped.
We'll try again with the other squad of purifiers. Oh, that goes off on a 12.
So
Which can't be stopped.
Can't stop it.
No, you can't, can you?
Don't get any pluses.
Excellent.
To the
So that Dreadnought suffers 3 mortal wounds.
Oh, that's... Oh, he's not dead yet, though. 6, 7, 8, yeah.
And if the result of the psychic test was 11 plus, he suffers D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Ah.
So he suffered another mortal wound.
So that will kill him. Just.
Excellent.
I think he goes boom on a...
He's got like a Nova reactor or something, hasn't
Oh
he?
no, it's changed. Just to 6. Does 1 mortal wound to units within 3 inches.
I don't think there's anyone in.
Which he does!
There's no one within 3
He goes
inches.
boom. It just looks pretty spectacular.
And then finally, Castellan Crow is going to try and cast the same power. Now this is on +2 to cast, so it's now difficulty 7, but he does still get +1 to cast it. So he's gone off on an 8.
Araman's going to try his final deny to stop this. Went off on an 8, did it? Doesn't stop it.
So that just does 3 mortal wounds to that unit.
Okay, so 2 and then 1.
And then do I use that to cast another psychic power and try and do a bit more damage to that unit? No, I'm going to keep all that. You never know when you need a command point. So that is all of their psychic power. So now it's just this unit here, who are going to cast Hammer Hand on themselves. And which goes off on an 8.
I'm going to try and stop that with this unit of rubrics here.
Immortan Joe, oh no. Immortan Joe says D3 plus 3 gross. Yeah, I mean, arguably, just march up and do 3 mortal wounds to everything. It's a really good way to go.
Yeah, and you can teleport strike these guys in. So you can combat squad these. You can, and then you can target a character with those 3 mortal wounds plus D3. It's fairly easy to cast. I mean, against Thousand Suns, it's a bit tricky because they've got good dispelling. But against other armies, that's quite a brutal assassination.
It's not that the Thousand Suns have got any bonus to denying, it's just they have a lot of units that can deny. They've got nothing that's... it's a shame the Cabal points don't move over and you get, like, bonuses to dispelling, but they're all about being offensive, aren't they, and buffing their own units, not really about denying.
Yeah.
Once you've got Magnus.
And the other great thing about that Purifying Flames is you can buff it further. So you can take a Brother Captain with a Warlord trait, which adds an extra mortal wound to that damage. So you're then doing 4 mortal wounds plus D3 if you roll over 11 plus. You can use a strat to make you roll 3 dice instead of 2 dice and pick the highest, so you can go fishing for that 11 plus. I'm just wondering whether...
Immortan Joe says, wait, purifiers can now deep strike.
Yes, so pretty much every unit in the army has the teleport strike keyword now. So your Dread Knights don't by default, but you can give them teleportation devices, which does give them the teleport strike keyword. Let me just double check this. Obviously, your Terminator units have the teleport strike.
So out of interest then, because I didn't notice that when I went through the book actually, you've got a unit called Inceptors, which previously they were the only guys you took them because they could deep strike.
Yeah.
So what's the point of those now?
That's
a bit blunt, but what is it? What is their role now?
So they have movement 12, so they're like jump pack infantry. They also have access to a stratagem which lets them shunt. So you can then redeploy them in the game.
Right. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, just looking through here. So your Brotherhood Terminator squads have got the teleport strike keyword ability. Your strike squads have teleport strike. So your regular infantry, the strike squad, best unit in the game in my opinion, best unit in the book. The strike squad is in terms of points cost and what it can do. Your paladins have teleport strike. Purified squads have teleport strike.
I suppose the only thing obviously you've got to bear in mind is you're still limited by, you've got to start with models on the board, haven't you?
Yeah.
Is it 50% in your army or something?
It depends on the mission.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a requirement to.
Oh right, I thought there was.
There might be, it might depend on the battle pack. Maybe in match play there might be.
Yeah.
The only thing is I don't think they're going to make it into combat, so I'm not going to waste that on that. I was going to cast Symphonic Strikes to give them an extra attack.
Didn't you cast Hammer Hand on them?
Yeah, but I can use a command point to let them cast another spell.
right,
Mental focus, yeah, so
right.
I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
So that's all my psychic powers done. I'm quite happy with that, to be fair. So they got Hammer Hand off. We got a few Purified Flames off. So there we go. So now we're in the shooting phase. So we'll start with these Terminators. They're just going to shoot those Rubric Marines there. So we've got 20 shots, I believe.
So who's shooting this? Sorry, Jay.
This is the Brotherhood Terminators on the right here. Are going to shoot at the...
I think this is going to be a really close game.
So freeze to hit. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Over half of the missed. And then fours. So that's only 5 wounds, Dave.
And these are damage 1, aren't they?
Just damage 1, yeah.
So I've got a 2+ save to pass them all.
Easy.
And then we'll go for the Marines here, which are within 12 inches, so they get 2 shots each. 3s.
They're obviously a bit shaken today, Jay.
Yeah, they're not rolling as good as Dave. So only 2 wounds from them, Dave. You get your 2+ save as well.
Yep.
Okay. Crow, I don't believe has a Stormballer. Oh, he does. So Crow is going to fire at this tactical squad here, a Rubik squad here. So he's hit on 2s. So that's 2 hits. Rapid fire, within half range, I get to use 4 shots.
Yeah.
So you get another 2 hits as well. Yeah, so 4 hits. In fact, they would get an extra shot. Never mind. And then 4s. So just 2.
Again, damage 1, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, loving it.
Okay. And then we've got we got the Stormbolters there, so they're going to get 4 shots each, so 20 shots.
It's crazy having a troop choice that is got 2+ save against all these 1 damage attacks.
It's really good. In Most Injustice, that makes me unreasonably happy. Purifiers were the only power armoured Grey Knight that couldn't drop in. I assume it's because of the D6 smite they had.
Yeah, well, I mean, arguably now with Purifying Flames, they're even better.
Yeah.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 saves, Dave. 2+ on the Rubik's Marine squad in front.
6, 8. On these ones?
On those ones?
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Gotta roll a 1 eventually, haven't I?
He says.
He's rolled a 1.
Only 1, that's not bad going.
It's enough to kill one. Just a sorcerer.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot he had a wound.
Okay.
So just a sorcerer left.
And then we're going into the charge phase. So, we'll go in with Castellan Crow.
Who's he declaring charge against?
Ooh, where's that dice gone? Disappeared. He's going to go and declare a charge again. I'm wondering if I have to go around the corner here. Because you can't see me, so you won't be able to overwatch me.
Can't overwatch anyway, ain't got no CP.
Alright, okay. Yeah, we're going to send Castellan Crow in there, so he needs a 5 to get over there.
Let's see if he does it.
Hey, he does it. Castellan Crow. And then this Purify squad is going to go into... That's that 7?
7, yeah.
Into...
Araman and the rubrics.
Both of those, yeah.
Ooh, 5 inches.
So we will have to use the last command point to try and reroll that. We'll use different dice. I'm not confident about those ones. Don't have a good feeling about them. That's better. That's better. So
A
we're
bit more energetic there.
Interesting.
Okay. Guy at the back to hold the objective,
Guy
I
at the back
guess.
to hold the objective. These guys. Let's put him there. Because we might be able to get those guys through as well. I'm going to try and charge against Araman.
Longbow charge against Araman there.
Yeah, so they need a 9.
My old favourite charge.
Don't roll these dice again. These got me a 10 last time. Oof.
Oh.
No.
Sold a 5.
Yeah. And the Terminators are going to go in. So they need a 9 as well. Actually, you need to get to there, don't you?
You need to get to the barricade, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a less charge, isn't it? 8.
So they get...
They do it.
They do it. They get the 9 that they actually wanted originally. So I'll be able to set to defend there, won't I?
Yeah.
Oh.
I always forget to do that.
So you get +1 weapon skill.
Okay. So pretty good then, that is. You've got no CP to interrupt.
No CP.
So I think we'll work our way down the line. So we'll start with the Terminators first, who are now pretty good. So we're in the tide of convergence, which means any 6s to wound do a mortal wound on top of additional damage. They're also re-rolling all wounds because of Hammer Hand. They get 3 attacks each, and the Justicar at the front there gets an extra 1. Oh no, oh yeah, that's the wrong data sheet. There we go. Justicar gets 4 attacks, yep. All hitting on 3, so it's 4 attacks for the Justicar.
I think we might see some dead Rubik Marines
I
there.
think you might be right.
Finally. Now I've managed to collect. You've done the damage on the way in. Mind you, it's early days yet, Dave. I could fluff all of this.
Ooh, though, you're not going to be able to get within 3 inches of that Herald unless you charged him.
No, I know. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll come back over here then. I think I'm out.
You should easily be able. You had rolled pretty high, didn't you?
I rolled an
Yeah.
11, I think, for that charge. So we'll shuffle up there. There we go. Okay, so hitting you on 3s, Dave. They've all got Nemesis Force halberds, so not bad. Nemesis Force halberds are, and you can do some really cool things with Nemesis weapons now as well. Unfortunately, I don't have the chaplain and things like that to add extra damage and like exploding wounds and things like this. But when we get the bigger army, that's when we'll see that. Nemesis Force are +2 strength, so that makes them strength 6. So looking for 3s to wound, I can re-roll my wounds, and any 6s do a mortal wound.
Sadly, no 6s I can see.
But a few re-rolls coming. That was a 3, wasn't it? So they're all wounds. These are re-rolls. So that's 1 mortal wound in addition to damage.
So that kills that guy.
And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 wounds at -2.
That's pretty good.
12
Yep.
at -2. So, same as my vulnerable save, 5+. How much damage are these?
2 damage each.
Right, okay, so I don't get +1. So yeah, 5.
That's your thing, Nemesis weapons are 2 damage now. Apart from the falchions, everything's 2 damage.
So how many guys have we got left? 4? Yeah, they're dead.
Ooh.
It was a good attempt though, but the unit is wiped.
I actually think I prefer 4 swords because they're AP -3. They're +1 strength rather than +2 from the halberds, but with hammer hand on, you're re-rolling wounds anyway. So I think 4 swords are better, but I like the look at halberds on Terminators.
Yeah, they look cool.
My purifiers you'll find around with mostly swords. So that's that unit done. So we'll move on to this unit now. So this guy's probably... You have to be within...
You have to be within an inch of somebody who's within an inch.
Oh, so everyone can fight there then, so that's okay. So they get 3 attacks each. They have the same stat line as a strike squad. The Knight of the Flame, as he's called, which is like your sergeant option. He gets the extra attack. They're all hitting on 3s though. So.
Are you divvying these up between?
I am going to divvy them up. Yeah.
What point should I have turned on my vulnerable save? It's probably been and gone.
Is this an ability that he's got? Or?
It's his warlord trait. Once per battle before making a saving throw. So we'll see how many wounds you do.
So he has to attack him anyway because he's only within an inch of him. So he's going to attack him. The other 4 are going to attack Araman.
Okay.
So it's before you take a saving throw.
Before I take a saving throw, I can decide to turn on his 3+ invulnerable save.
Oof.
That's pretty good because it gives you the option to gauge how Jay does first.
So these have all got 4 swords, apart from the one at the back here that's attacking him with a halberd. So the halberd goes first. So he's hit twice.
Yeah, dodgy roller says, no, Jay, don't split attacks.
No, I know, yeah. He's wounded once.
Is this against the
AP
normal
-2
rubric?
against your sorcerer, yeah.
It's against the sorcerer. Is it damage 1?
Damage 2.
Damage 2. So 5. He loves it.
Okay. And then the rest of them against Araman.
Poor Araman.
And then we're looking for 6s to wound, really, to get those mortal wounds.
I've got nothing to shrug mortal wounds.
So that's 1 mortal wound, 2 mortal wounds, and these are 4 swords, so these would need 3s. These are AP -3, Dave, so 6 at AP -3. No, it's in addition. 8 at AP -3.
8. 8. Well, I'm going to have to turn on that invulnerable save, aren't I?
Oh, Magnus, save me!
I'm going to turn on that 3+ invulnerable save because I think I've got to. And what are these? 2 damage each?
2 damage each, yep.
Thanks, Francesco, for subscribing.
So I failed.
That's 6 damage plus the
3 of
mortal
them.
wounds. How many wounds has he got?
6. He's got 6 wounds. So he is dead.
Araman's smited by the Grey Knights there.
Yeah.
Dodgy roller says he has faith. I don't know, faith was enough for
That's
it.
where it all went wrong. Thanks, Andy.
And then we move on to Castellan Crow, who has had a bit of a change in the new rules. So he gets 6 attacks base. He can fight first anyway, but that's okay. And he gets +1 to wound on the turn he charges with his warlord trait, righteous hammer of righteousness or something. So he's hitting on 2s. But he doesn't get any rerolls. It's a bit weird. This he used to get all rerolls and stuff.
I guess a lot of things only hit core now, don't they?
Yeah. Okay. So 2s. And then he's looking for his strength is 5.
So freeze.
And any unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts D3 mortal wounds as well. So, in addition, so it's 2D3 mortal wounds. So 6 mortal wounds.
2, 4, 6. Okay. So that leaves the sorcerer with a wound left.
And then it's 4 at AP -3.
Thanks, Razor Clan, for subscribing.
4 at
You're doing
AP
really
minus
well.
3. Are these one multiple damage?
2 damage each.
So 6s. No, I've got 5 plus invulnerable save.
Of course you have 1,000 something damage, yeah.
What's that, 6
No,
damage?
he's dead. I was thinking to myself before you started rolling that in my head I needed that unit to survive so they could have fallen back and taken that objective so I could run away.
Yes.
Is that Age of Sigmar?
You don't tag them, yeah.
No.
So then you do get to fight back with your sorcerer.
My sorcerer. What can he do against... Actually, he can do quite a lot. The 4 staves are really good. So he gets 3 attacks. He's hitting on 3s. He's hit all 3 times. He is strength 4, 5, 6, 7.
Those staves are pretty
So
good, aren't
he's
they?
wounded 3 times, -1.
So this would be a 4 plus, say 3 times.
3 times.
4 plus, made them all.
Okay. And that's it. I've got nothing else to fight back with. That was brutal.
Well, the battlefield's a bit sparse on from a massive lead at the start of turn 2. End of turn 2, there's not many
No.
Rubricae left.
No, I was nervous of this, of you getting into combat.
If yeah, Weather in the Storm, you were doing lots of damage from range. I've been lucky to get the charge off with the Terminator to get them across the sidewall because another volley from those guys was whittling these guys down.
Yeah.
And then it was a combination of Purifying Flames going off for that 11 plus in the first attempt, and then the Purifiers getting in.
Yeah.
Arguably, you may have been better moving the Terminators back, and then that barricade would have been an extra inch to charge across. Because I guess that reduced the charge needed, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't need the +1 because I was getting hit by damage 1 weapons. So I would have still got a 2+ save.
So
Well,
Dave gets 10 points at the end of the turn, I think.
He does, so he's got that one. So Dave gets 10. Unfortunately, I think you've got both of those ones on the other side, though, Jay.
Yes, that's 10 as well.
So what are you on, like 30 to 10 or something?
30
40
to 10 is the current score.
But you'll get extra at the end of the game if you hold that one, and unless Crow can get over there.
Because bear in mind, we're only on turn. This is the end of turn 2 of 5.
So I think what we're going to have to do.
So you get a command point, Dave.
Yeah, so I get a command point. Nothing to do in the command phase. So we're going to go straight on to movement. So I'm going to keep those purifiers in combat.
Does he not want to... you can't get that bit anyway, can you?
No.
These don't have objectives secured, so if he did get around there, he would have it. The
But
only
you'd
one,
have to move in
What's
such
his
a way.
movement?
His movement is 6, I believe. Yeah. So. You could
but
probably
I mean,
actually-
you have to hold it through my turn, so I'll just turn around and charge you, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And the only other thing that would be a bonus for though is if I moved out of combat, this unit would then be in firing what sort of Terminators.
Yes.
So actually, I think I will do that if
Yeah.
only so I can shoot you with my Terminators.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Well, you can shoot Crow
In
where
fact,
I'm standing.
I'm gonna. Can you run out of combat?
No, it's a normal move now, isn't
Normal
it?
move.
That's right, isn't it, Mike? You can't.
In AOS it is. 40k, to be honest, I'm not sure.
No, I can't remember. It's a retreat, isn't it? Let me find out for you, Dave.
As it is, that's where he's gonna finish. As it currently stands.
So fall back is a type of move, so advance is separate to that. Units within engagement range cannot advance. So it's a normal move.
Yeah.
But you can't, it frees up your Terminators to shoot something, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So these guys are gonna just stay on the objective, but
Turn their bolt weapons.
I guess you've got that Demon Prince lurking as well, haven't you?
yeah. Well, he is gonna go hunting for a named character. So he's just gonna. Have we got a 3-inch doohickey? Rah!
That's okay, that's okay. This is what Crow was built for.
Okay. That unfortunately is all my movement because I've got nothing else to move. Cabal points, I've just got 4. The reason for that is because I've got 3 from the Demon Prince and an extra 1 from a Scarab Occult Sorcerer. So I've got 4 Cabal points. Time to use some Psychic Powers. Okay. I might be able to kill Crow in the Psychic phase and then maybe make a long charge. 8 inches. Okay, we're going to do that. So we're going to start with the Demon Prince. He's going to go with Doom Bolt.
Have you been casting spells with your Herald, Dave?
He's been casting Smite.
Okay.
To be honest, I haven't got his data sheet. I've got it on my phone, but he was an unexpected addition to the army. So I'm going to cast Doom Bolt on Castellan Crow. That's gone off on a 11. I'm going to... How many wounds has he got?
6 wounds. 5 wounds.
He's not Primaris.
5 wounds. 5 wounds.
What are you thinking, Dave?
I'm going to use my 4 Cabal points on Malevolent Charge. Use this when a psychic power is successfully manifested by a unit in your army. If the psychic power inflicts mortal wounds, I do another D3.
Wow.
So,
So
obviously you might be able to...
It's not successfully manifested
until Jay's done
Yeah.
his... Yeah, so I rolled, what was it, an 11?
No, it is successfully manifested. Despite whether I deny it or not, you cast it, so that's manifested. So you can choose now before I deny. You can only deny. I'm pretty sure that manifested means you cast it, and I get a chance to deny it.
Okay.
I think. So I think you have to choose to use that before I deny.
It's... No. So it's successfully manifested if you don't deny it in the
Oh,
game.
okay, right. So
I was going to say, otherwise you could
Yeah.
be spending points that, yeah.
well, he's not successfully denied.
So
it.
you've taken 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
I'm then going to spend all 4 of those points and do another D3.
Oh, you're all 3. Oh no.
I'm going to use my 1 CP,
You can only use that to reroll certain things.
including damage.
I don't know.
Is it particular damage?
That's not damage though. That's a mortal wound.
This is true. This is from an ability.
There are certain
It's
things.
not. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't go off.
There are certain things you can use that stratagem. What's it called? The
So
stratagem.
command re-roll. You can re-roll a hit wound roll, a wound roll, a damage roll, a saving throw, an advance roll, a charge roll, a psychic test, a deny the witch, or the number of a dice to determine the number of attacks made by a weapon. So if it causes D3 damage,
D3 mortal wounds.
which is a type of damage though, it would apply for that.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
use it then. I'm not sure that's right, but we'll use it.
Yeah, 3.
3 mortal wounds. Okay.
So that's 6 in total.
So he gets his 5+ save. He saved 1, so he's dead.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can use a command reroll like that.
Chat, let us know if we've done that right. I mean, to be honest, I would have probably smited him or something in the following phase. He'd have only had 1 wound left as well, so...
Yeah, you did.
I'm going to cast Glamour of Zeech on myself to make myself -1 to hit, because he's... Yeah, keep him alive. 5, 6... Goes off on a 6.
Okay, so we'll try and unbind it with the...
Yep.
No, we'll leave that one.
Sure?
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
So my Demon Prince is -1 to hit. I'm then going to cast Smite from that unit. What else have they got? Weaver of Fates, 4+ invulnerable save. Am I going to get anything coming out of them? Because you could just quite happily keep... I'm going to go for Smite.
Alright.
That is a 10.
So the Purifiers will try and deny that. On a 9, they don't do it.
D3 mortal wounds, 2 mortal wounds.
So they get their 5+ shrug, which they make 1 of.
My change caster, 7 inches.
Looks like they're
Yeah.
closer, doesn't it? Yeah.
Smite on them. It's gone off on a 6 of 8.
9.
Nah, no, you don't get the +1.
Okay.
Well, the Terminator's at the back there? No, not done it.
D3 mortal wounds. 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. No, all 3 got through, so that's 2 dead purifiers.
Ooh. See, it's still quite close. I think Jay might have it in points, but it is quite close here.
That is... he can't cast psychic powers because he fell back. So that is the psychic phase. We're now on to the shooting phase. So the Scarab Occult Terminators, the ones that can see, are going to shoot this.
Could the top guy be able to draw a line of sight to the bottom guy? It might be on my camera a bit skew.
No. These 2 guys here have not got line of sight of any of these.
Can that guy not see that guy?
No.
Draw a tape across it.
No. Nope.
So those 3 can't they?
So it's just these 3 here, the Sorcerer and those 2. So really... Oh, I've got the Soul Reaper cannon there, I suppose. So we'll do the Combi Bolter from that one guy.
So Morton Jay says, Jay is correct. Mortal wounds are not damage raw. They're separate instances of 1 mortal wound.
Yeah. It's alright, we'll carry on. You live and learn.
Crow
will remember this injustice in the next Crusade.
4 hits. I need 4s to wound. Just the 1 wound, Jay, -2.
So it's 5 plus.
On those.
So they're okay?
They're okay. Then we've got the Soul Reaper cannon.
This is the thing that hurts, isn't it?
I'm re-rolling 1s actually because of the Demon Prince, doesn't matter. Strength 6, so freeze. That's 3 wounds straight at -3.
6s. Nope.
They're 1 damage each.
So that's 2 dead.
The Soul Reaper cannon's got a really cool CP. For 1 CP, if you shoot a unit that's got 11 or more models, 2 hits, 1 hit equals 2. So it's good at thinning out hordes. That is all the shooting. Charges. I mean, I'm just going to have to try it, aren't I? What is it? It's my old favourite. It's my old favourite 9-inch charge. Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, he's just going to get shot at, but what can you do, eh?
Doesn't make it anyway.
7, 8, and I've used my CP, so he's not going into combat. He'll never make 9-inch charges. It's not in me. It's not in me to
you
make 9-inch
You need to mutate
charges.
an extra set of legs on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a shame because I would have liked to have been here just to...
So, hang on, what did he roll?
7.
So, I see he's miles away anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna go into my turn 3 then. I get a command point. Really wish I had more.
Yeah, there's loads of cool stratagems that I would have liked to have used.
Don't you roll says he has faith? There's not a lot of models left on either side, is there?
Faith
really?
in the Emperor or faith in Tzeentch? Which faith is he talking about? Well, I've got an easy decision to make here with this squad, in that he's going to go down here and try and kill this guy.
Because if he does, you've got that objective.
Yeah.
I needed that guy dead.
These purifiers...
Because technically, if they're both still alive, Dave's got it.
What I probably should have done is charged him.
No, this was mine. Dave hasn't claimed this off me yet.
He did it at the end of his turn.
No, I had it at the end of the
You don't score till the end of the...
You don't score to the end of the turn.
Oh, but he's claimed, so it's his now.
He's got it, but you...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, got you, yeah.
What I really should have done is charged him into your Grey Knight. Even if you didn't kill him, stop him from being able to do that.
These guys are going to come around here. But I'm just going to leave myself on that objective there. Now then, this is where it gets interesting, because there is my nemesis. And although my nemesis hunter is dead, there's still a chance we can banish this demon. So the Terminators are going to do they're not distracted by pride or, ego. They don't care that there's mission objectives here to get. Just have to put these behind here because you can't actually get out. There's only one mission for a Grey Knight, and that is to banish demons to the warp.
I'd just like to point out that, I still have both my demons on the board.
Yes, I know. They're not doing a good job at the moment. And they'll go into the psychic phase. I'm going to start with this guy, and he's going to cast Purifying Flames. It's gone off on a 9 because they get +1 on Purifying Flames.
Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter who's gonna. He's gonna try and stop it. No.
So that does 3 mortal wounds.
So he's dead.
We've then got these guys who can also cast Purifying Flames.
Taking the demon down.
He's within 9.
This is now a 6+ to cast, but they get
He's
+1.
gonna upset your Terminators.
Oh, they've not done it. They need that's a 6. They've done it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stop it with the guy you're doing it against. No.
He takes 3 mortal wounds.
I don't actually know how many he starts with.
He's
Well,
got 4 wounds.
4 wounds, so he's taken 3. So he's got 1 wound left.
And then we're going to smite him with the Terminators. I'm going to smite Dave. In fact, has he got the psychic keyword?
He is a psyche, yeah.
The Terminators are going to cast Hammer Hand on themselves. It goes off.
I'll try and spell that with the Demon Prince. 6.
I
No.
rolled 6, yeah. So I do D3 mortal wounds.
Hammer hands.
Hammer. Yeah, sorry, it's not smite.
reroll
Right,
wounds.
yeah. The Hammer Hands are 5 to cast, so they can reroll wounds. Okay. That is my psychic phase over. Shooting phase. I was. Yeah, I'm going to save this strat. Right. We're just going to unload in the Demon Prince there.
Okay. So he's going to be -1 to hit.
So
with
we'll start with this guy, who's within 12 inches. Yep, so he gets 4 shots. Hit on 3, 4s with your glamour. Wounded on 5s. 1 wound, Dave.
1 wound. No minus. He's got my relics. He's got a 2+ save. He's fine.
These are all out of range, so these just get 2 shots each. No, rapid fire 2.
They've had 2
2 shots each, yeah. 3s, 4s even with your glamour, only 1. Yep, that's a wound.
2+. Yep, okay.
And then these Terminators are also going to shoot you, Dave. So I think 4 can see, so that Terminator's not going to shoot anything. These 4 are going to shoot him.
Okay.
So these get 16 shots.
You going for the demon in close combat, Jay?
Yeah. Still need 4s to hit you though, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good call putting that on the demon prince, Dave.
He's very survivable. So he's -1 to hit right now because of glamour. He's got a 2+ save because of his relic. Also because of his relic, if you do get into combat with him, only half of your attacks can go on him. He's very survivable. 4+ invulnerable save. He's very good.
That's the end of my shooting then. So the Terminator's just going to try and charge in now. So what? I need a 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that demon's pretty survivable.
Ooh, 6.
He's got a 4+ invulnerable save.
This demon.
With 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
Crazy things have happened.
And that is the only charge I'm making.
What god is that demon prince?
God.
It's got to
Yeah.
be Zeech, hasn't it?
Zeech.
So if the herald had been within 6 inches of the demon prince, he'd be +1 strength.
Oh wow.
I forgot about that. Well, it's a weird one. Do you know what I really... So in this book, obviously a lot of it, like if the detachment's 1,000 suns, you get the +1 to psychic powers. To get the Cabal ritual points, your entire army has to be 1,000 suns.
Yep.
I kind of wish that they would let you use Zeech demons, but
You
the only
can
way
if
you
you
could
summon
if you summon them, yeah. But the problem I have found with summoning is you've got to put points to one side in the army building,
Yeah.
and then there's no guarantee you'll summon anything.
I do wonder if that's going to change in the next demon codex. Maybe I do it a bit more like 40k.
Because I would, I would jump at the chance, I think, to add some Zeech demons to this army. But at the moment,
And it's not worth losing those Cabal points to take a detachment of demons, either, is it?
No, because I think I've used them okay in this game, but I think they could be used better.
Especially once you know what they do.
Yeah.
Like engage rather than use.
Yeah.
Okay. These are all the attacks against your demon, Dave. Hitting you on freeze. My nemesis. No rerolls for these. I mean, there are strats that let you reroll 1s. There's strats for Terminators that get +1 to hit.
I imagine he's got it somehow.
Yeah.
And then any 6s are mortal wounds.
So that's 2
Death.
mortal wounds in
He's
addition to
dead.
normal damage.
Splat. So does anything happen to him?
Well,
Is that the end
we
of the
will
game?
find out at the end of the game. That's the end of the turn. I think Dave gets another 10 points.
Yep, so Dave gets 10, you get another 10, putting you on 40 to 20.
Okay.
The scores.
Okay.
40.
This is okay. This one Demon Prince is going to do the work of my entire army. Gradually. So the start of this turn I gain a command point. Again, spoil for choice what I want to use it on, but it's probably going to be something I want to have no say over. Assume his base isn't just slightly bigger. He's going to have to... Now, does he fly towards the Terminators? Between psychic powers and combat, I could kill these 2 units, but then be charged by these and probably die. So instead, I could come over here, psychic powers and combat, and potentially kill these.
But then, do you
But
get
then
the
I've got
objectives?
those. I don't get the objectives. If I kill both of these units,
He has just witnessed his brethren be banished, well, potentially banished to the warp. He's just going to turn a blind eye to that.
right. I'm gonna go with my original gut instinct.
Can you not fly over the back of those barricades and land
But I
on
might
the
want to
side?
charge these.
Which you, okay.
Which, if he flies, I did think about that, but if I fly that way, it's going to be a longer charge. Matt, you've seen how I charge. That's why I'm thinking the downside, obviously, to flying around here, saying out 3 of these, is I'm going to be super close to these guys.
Who get to move anyway.
So you get to move anyway, so... Yeah, we're just going to go with my original gut instinct, I think. We've got another 3-inch doohickey somewhere. There it is.
Okay. Is he within 3 inches of either of those objectives?
No.
No. But he will... He
He will be when he will be on this one when he makes a charge.
Well, actually, he wasn't the one that I wanted to kill. He was not there, wasn't he?
You're going to struggle to get within 3 inches of an objective. Apart from that, that's the only way you're going to get within 3 inches.
So I'd have to kill those in... I'd have to kill them with psychic powers, which is doable, and charge him, which is doable. So we are going to do that. We're going to do
So
that.
does he need to land there, or can he not land further away?
He has to be close to these.
Oh,
Doombolt
closest,
can
yeah.
only...
Okay.
So he's going to go... So he's equal distance between the 2 and I get to choose. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
The Scarab Cult Terminators, I mean, they're going to be within range of those Terminators anyway, so that's fine. So that is the movement phase. Psychic phase, again, I get 4 Cabal points. The Demon Prince is going to cast Doombolt on these guys.
Andy in the chat pointing out he only needs to be outside of an inch of enemy models. It's not like AOS.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. So he's going to go to the, like, in between the 2 then.
Too many ace.
What's
What's his roll?
I rolled 5, 6, 7. So before you try and dispel that, I really want this to go off. But it costs 5 to add. So I'm gonna have to leave it as it is on a 7.
7.
7.
Okay, we'll try and unbind it with these guys. Who's it going off on, by the way?
This is going off on your purifiers.
Oh, I'm going to use a command point to re-roll that. That's better. That's better.
That scuppered all plans. So, do I Glamour of Zeech and make him -1 to hit? Or do I Smite, hope I get a good Smite, I could potentially put another D3 mortal wounds on them, and the plan's still alive, but I'm not going to be -1 to hit anymore.
You're going to be tight first, though. I think you're going to be able to take them out in combat.
It's not this combat I'm worried about, it's the next combat with these.
Okay.
This is a tough one, because I need that objective. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go for the. I want to go for the smite
Okay. On which unit?
on the purifier unit.
Okay.
Oh, what was
Still
that?
fun.
6. I'm going to. Roll it.
Can we roll that?
7. Slightly better.
We'll try and unbind it with the Terminators. No, with this unit here. Nope, it's gone off.
So that's going to do. I'm going to use that 4 points. So basically, it's 2d3 damage
Okay.
on that purify squad.
3 damage.
3. I need to fail all these.
I do.
Right, cool. Oh no, I needed you to do. I needed to do more than that.
So 2 are dead.
Something good, and he's not got the objective.
Not got the objective, no.
No. Okay.
I mean, you could charge the pair of them and kill them both, Dave.
The
Can't
base
get to
isn't big
contacts.
enough.
Oh, within an inch.
Yeah, you're an inch away from them
I
now.
can't do it. I'm gonna have to go for this guy to get the
I
objective.
mean, that guy could fail battle shock anyway.
He's only lost 2 guys, though, hasn't he? Right, these are all gonna shoot at your Terminators.
Can they see that guy?
No. The sorcerer cannon, he doesn't have a gun. He doesn't.
We're gonna get you! Not me, because I haven't got a gun, but one of my friends when you come around this corner.
So we've got 3 infernal combi bolters going at your Terminators. Hitting on 3s, no rerolls because the Demon Princess ran away. Doesn't need it really. They're toughness 4, aren't they?
Yes.
Not
That's pretty good. So that many 2, 4, 6 at -2, Jay, on your Terminators.
4 plus. So 3 got through.
1 damage each.
So 1 dead Terminator and 1's got a wound.
We've then got the Soul Reaper cannon. Oops, I'll get that in a second. Strength 6. So just the 1 wound at -3.
So 5 plus, which is okay.
Oh dear. Hellfire missile was. Is it D3 shots? Hellfire missile rack is heavy 2. 1 hit. 1 wound, -2.
4 plus. He's okay.
Okay, was hoping to do a little bit more damage with that, but there you go. So charges. The Demon Prince is going to charge that guy.
You don't really need to roll if
No,
you've made it.
I just want to go like that.
Oh, yeah.
Inksador89, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the battle.
Let's splat this Grey Knight. So 5 attacks. It's 5 attacks, isn't it? 5 attacks hitting on 2s. He does miss 1. Look at all those 2s. Good to hits on 2s. 3 wounds at -3.
6s! No,
3 damage.
9 damage. 1 purifier is dead.
Okay. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So I have to do a combat trick. They've lost 2 models.
Yeah.
They've got and they shall know no
What's the
fear.
leadership?
He's 8 because he. The
2 on a 6, he can fail.
So
That is fine.
Okay. I get a command point back, and there is a demon in my sights.
This is pretty tense.
So this guy's going to come here. So he's on that objective.
I do love it when big models like Demon Princes perform like this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And these guys are going to
for
come.
too long, some of these big powerful units have just not, been like that in the game.
Yeah.
So if Jay fails his charge here, Dave could still have this game.
We're going to go into the psychic phase. We're going to cast Purifying Flames. It goes off on a 5.
Okay, I'm
Because
going
you
to
get
try
plus
and
1.
stop that.
4.
I've not stopped it.
So that's 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
How many wounds does this guy have?
Not an amazing amount. 8.
8. So he's got 5 left. What to cast on the Terminators? Hammer Hand or a Smite? We're going to go for Hammer Hand. Yes,
I
Hammerhand's
think
going off on
that's
a
the
9.
better option, isn't it? Yeah. Let's try and stop it. No.
Cool. We're then going to go into the shooting phase. So we've got one Stormbolt here. Has he got the glamour on him?
Not got glamour on him, no, so he's hitting on freeze.
No, no wounds from them. And then we've got 16 shots from the Terminators into the same unit.
These Terminators surely have got this.
My Stormbolts haven't been very effective. There's things like Cybolt ammunition and things like that I could have used, but we're just short on command points in this small game. At least the...
So that unit of Terminators I've got there is there's a very expensive babysitting service for that objective.
Oh yes, this is it. So we've got there 5 wounds, Dave, with no AP.
Okay, so I've got 5 2+ saves. He fails 1,
Okay.
so he's taken 4 wounds.
Oh wow, it's down to this charge really,
And
isn't
now
it?
we need to get the charge in now, so we're looking for
You do have a CP,
a
don't you?
6-inch charge.
You do have a CP.
I do have a CP. Right, come on.
Oh,
We're going to have to
no.
use it. We're not with those dice though. Yes,
Oh,
just.
Just.
Well, this is a bit tense.
Okay.
So you can only split half of your attack. You can only hit me with half of your attacks.
Each model halves their attacks rounding up.
So it says, and I quote, no, it says relic. Oh, I thought I cheated then. I was looking at the wrong thing. In the fight phase, each time an enemy model within engagement range of the bearer selects targets for its attacks, it can only allocate. Okay, it can only allocate up to half of its close level combat attacks against the bearer.
Yep.
So yeah,
Each model,
yeah.
half rounding up or half rounding down, so these have got 3 attacks each.
I think you always round up, don't you?
Move round up, yeah.
Yeah.
So we lose 5 attacks then, which is good. So looking for freeze.
Ooh, you know what? If he survives this, can he kill those Terminators? Probably not.
And then we're looking for 6s really. I can re-roll these. So we've got 1 6, 1 miss. That's 4 wounds and a mortal wound. Does Hammerhand?
are they?
Their strength 6.
I'm toughness 6.
But does Hammerhand let you re-roll all wounds? Maybe I don't want to risk it.
There's a chance you fluff those and he survives.
So you've taken a mortal wound, Dave, and then you've got 4 at -2.
Okay, so he's on 5 wounds now. And how many at -2?
4 at -2.
4 at -2. He's got a 4+ invulnerable save. He's failed 2 of them.
Which is 4 damage in total.
So you've killed him. You've killed
Another
him!
demon sent back to the warp.
That has probably... Well, it has won you the game, hasn't it?
Well, not
Well,
necessarily.
not necessarily.
I think.
It'll be a well. If
So-
I've got to keep all these 2 objectives just to draw with you.
But I can't move off that objective.
No, but you can still shoot.
So let's have a look. So the Grey Knights are on 50. And the Thousand Suns are on 30 now. So let's update that. So it's the end of turn 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So next, if you do nothing, next turn you're on 40, you're on 60. If you do nothing, turn after, game ends with you on 70, Dave on 50, because you get an additional 10 at the end of the game.
Mhm.
If you can make sure there's one guy on that objective, consider it's 3 inches, it's quite big, and you can shift stuff off even that far objective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. So
And I still don't think you can win.
no. So you could go to here.
I've already won because I've killed both demons. So the Grey Knights might just leave these
Are
objectives.
you in
then.
range of that far guy, Dave, if you move them? If you're not, you can't win.
Yeah,
I
he's
can shoot them and I can shoot
24
him.
inches.
No, no, but
24 inches, yeah.
You can see to almost these.
So potentially you could,
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe draw.
if he kills that purifier, but then my job then is to just move my turn.
But if he kills him, then next turn you're on 55 and he's on 40, and then the turn after you're on 60 and he's on 50, so he still doesn't win.
Doesn't he get an
You're-
extra 10 at the end of the
Yeah,
game?
but you're 20 ahead.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think Dave can win whatever he does here.
He needs
Unless
to
he can
kill
kill
me.
both squads this turn,
Yeah.
which you can't do.
Can shoot that squad, charge that squad.
Or psychic that squad.
I've only got. I can only
This has been
cast Smite.
A bloody affair.
So the most I could probably do is I could probably finish off it because it'd have to be against this unit.
Yeah.
It's a shame I couldn't kill him in Psychic.
Yes, I know what you mean, yeah.
But
You
I
shoot him
can't.
first and then... Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the only way you can kill both of these this turn is by
Is it
splitting
really
your fire.
shooting? Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
That's the only way you can do it.
Right.
If you kill both of them, then you win, essentially, don't you?
Let's
No.
cast Smite.
I've
on these.
won because I've killed both demons.
This is true.
I'm gonna cast Smite on that unit. I have got one Cabal point, which I can't do anything with. So that's gone off on a 7.
So I will try and dispel it with my Grey Knights. Who do?
Right. Well, that's scuppered, really, isn't it? So what we're gonna do?
I keep saying dispel. Deny the witch.
Deny.
We need to get into the 40k mentality here, mindset. These
Okay.
are manifesting psychic powers and denying them.
So we're gonna put.
It makes you feel any better, Jay. My reviews always put spells.
Yeah, I know, same here.
spells.
I know, I do call them powers actually.
I'm gonna put the two combi bolters into him.
Okay, that unit's got 10 wounds, hasn't it?
10 wounds left.
And that guy's got 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Yeah.
Can you do 12 wounds worth of stuff?
No,
Then you don't win them.
but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put 2 combi bolters into him, and then I'm gonna put the other combi bolter and the Soul Reaper
So if you
cannon.
can't kill that unit, why don't you focus down on the one that you can kill?
Because that would be a sensible, tactical decision.
Because I might be able to get Jay off that objective. He might charge me. He might be feeling foolish.
But why would he do that?
I don't know. You might
I'm
have a
definitely
rush of blood to
charging
the
you
head.
next turn.
There you go.
The Grey Knight, my secondary agenda is to make no witnesses.
So we're gonna carry on with my plan.
Immortan Joe says MVP is the Minotaur container blocking the line of sight.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting that into my
So
crusade. Wax
so
some
the-
purity seals on it.
the 2 combi bolters
Welcome
into
to the chapter.
the 2 combi bolters into
Basically.
this guy.
Spray it chrome.
Uh,
Yeah, missing those rerolls now, Dave. The 1,000
2
suns
wounds.
are crumbling.
2 wounds minus 2.
See,
Fail them
that's,
both, please.
that's the kicker.
He does it?
Yeah.
So he's dead. Right, okay, so can the remaining guys kill those 4 fellas?
So we've got.
Or kill enough of them to make them force a
Now
power
we've got
test?
the other combi bolter against the Terminators. 2 hits, 1 wound minus 2,
Oh, yeah, that's got through. That's killed
1
the two
damage.
Ooh, you know what?
But what else can see him, Dave?
The Soul Reaper cannon can see him.
Or could do when
No,
the
it
model was
can't.
there.
You can?
You think the Solar Reaper cannon can see it?
Yeah.
The Solar Reaper cannon's there,
Yeah.
so that's where.
He's controlling his base.
From any point of the
Okay,
base,
yeah,
any point
yeah,
of the
yeah.
base.
The Solar
Yeah.
Reaper cannon can see.
So
This
Soul
guy
Reaper
can't,
cannon-
though.
He's already shot.
Oh, okay, I'll let him.
So Soul Reaper cannon. Ah, that's terrible. 1 hit, and it doesn't even wound. Hellfire missile rack, both hits. 1
What strength is it?
strength 8. 2
Yeah, 2
wounds. Minus 2.
4 pluses, so okay.
No. That's it. That's my lot. Soul Reaper cannon.
No
again.
charges.
Nope.
You don't charge him.
Nope. Because I need the 10 points.
Well, I mean, if you charge him and kill him, took it this turn, and the following turn got them objective, then you win. If you can get them back there, but they're quite slow, aren't they?
Yeah, 5 inches. So I wouldn't be able to get back there in time.
I think whichever way you cut it, I think Jay's won.
Yeah.
So
But
it's
it's up
my
to you.
turn.
It's up to you if you want to carry on your turn, Jay.
I definitely want to carry on my turn. The Grey Knights, when they fight, they leave no witnesses, and
Okay.
that is what I need.
I mean, to be fair, Jay could charge and get that objective now.
Well, that's my plan. Kill him and then sit on that one.
Yeah.
Right. I get 1 command point.
Which you're going to use on a reroll for your charge.
Yeah.
Fails.
Almost certainly.
This will be insult to injury if you take this objective now.
The Terminators are going to cast Hammer Hand on themselves.
You're not going to move first?
Oh yeah, movement phase, then psychic phase, isn't it?
See, I tell you, he has a rush of blood to the head, and he's
There we go.
forgetting the order of matters.
Right then. I rolled a 4, which actually I think is okay. But I mean, you may stop it. That's the problem.
That'll even the fight out, won't it? Can't re-roll your wounds.
It will even the fight out. I'm just going to check it's not a 5. Hammer hand is a 5. Oh, I'm going to have to use the CP to re-roll that.
Now, if this gambit doesn't work, Jay, Dave could win now that you've moved off the objective.
Oh! It's perils! 2 wounds from the perils. And you don't save any of them either.
Somehow I think you've managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory here, Jay.
That's not on, is it?
Oh, that's amazing. That is the greatest thing in the world. Right. Well, Jay.
Okay, the Emperor has just told me all that stuff about having no pride and no ego, and here they are now.
Oh, dear.
Okay, 3 stone bolt shots. Freeze. They're a bit nervous now about doing anything that might harm themselves. And 4s. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9 wounds, Dave.
Oof. 4, 6, 8. 9 wounds. 2 plus save. I do get +1, but obviously you can't get better than the 2, can you? So. Oh. So that's a dead Terminator and 1's taken a wound.
Ouch.
Why? That was 4 1s.
Yeah, they got 3 wounds each.
Oh, of course they do, yeah. Terminator.
So,
Morton Joe says you're tearing me apart, Jay. And Dodger says that's what Jay gets for being lost. If you lose now, Jay,
well, this is it now. I haven't got
you
me
literally could have stood there and done nothing and won the game.
I've got a 3-inch charge to make here. Right, which dice were those ones that were right? Let's try these ones. Oh my
I think I've
god.
still got a command point actually as well. I didn't use it in the last turn.
Yeah.
7. Is that enough to get me that objective? Please say it is, Jay.
Oh yeah, easy. Easy peasy.
I'm gonna kill these Terminators in combat.
Come on,
Oh
Terminator.
dear me, it's been an entertaining game, chaps.
Right, let's go. These guys aren't halving anything, are they?
No, they're not. No.
Okay. So,
This is probably where I wish I put Weaver of Fates on them, but never mind.
we're looking for freeze. And then we're looking for 6s, really. Other than that, we're looking for freeze. Oh, excellent. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so that kills that guy.
And it's going to be, it's in addition, and then it's 6 saves at -2. And
6
these
saves
are 2 damage each.
6
There's
saves.
3 guys left.
6 saves at -2. So these are going to be my 4 plus save.
Yeah.
I have failed 3 of them.
6 damage.
2 dead Terminators.
2 dead Terminators. 6 damage. So we're going to take those 2 off and leave the Sorcerer to pile in. And fight! Because of course he is. So he gets 3 attacks. Not missing anything here, am I? He's going to fight with his 4 sword, which has got a really complicated name that I'm not going to pronounce. So he's hitting on freeze. He's hit you twice. He's strength 5. He's only wounded you once at -3.
So 5 plus invulnerable. Oh no, it's got through.
To 2 damage.
And damage doesn't carry over, does it? In AC?
Damage does not carry over.
So you've killed the Terminator. Okay.
Wow.
So they've lost a model there, but they're at least at 8, so they're okay.
Fail.
You lost 4 models.
I don't take morale tests
Not
for
you.
those units. All this stuff. Sorry, it's the Arcane Automator.
Yeah.
Don't have to take morale tests.
But he is not an arcane automata.
He is.
He's not.
It's got that keyword.
Yeah, I know, but in real life, his squad is made of dust and he's controlling them.
Yeah, well,
I'm
it doesn't
right.
say that. It doesn't,
I'm
it doesn't
sending
specify.
a strongly worded letter to Magnus to say, hang on,
Have you broken coherency there?
It's 2 inches, isn't it, in 42?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, Dave, that does mean that Jay ends the game. on 70 points to 30.
We can't end the game here though, Dave, because I've got an agenda very fitting for the Grey Knights, leave no witnesses. It brings me back to the first War for Armageddon, where the Grey Knights came in to help the Guard and the Space Wolves, killed off Angron, saw him off, and then tried to kill all the Imperial Guard. If it wasn't for Logan Grimnar saying, whoa, that's not cool.
So Mawson Judge points out, just for future games, when you apply morsel wounds, they're applied last after all other instances of damage. Sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't, because morsel wounds are the only things that do carry over.
Right, okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
So really you want to carry on then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've added your additional 10 points at the end for having that objective, because you've got that objective at the end. So we're just going to see if another round of combat, if they kill them, yeah?
I'm going to smite him first. And it's going to be a super smite. Mark my words.
I hope it's a perils. Oh
my god! Smite!
And the perils.
And the
perils, but I don't care about that right
So
now.
I can't
In fact, I'll use my 1 CP from this turn to get rid of that perils.
Oh, heck.
D6 mortal wounds.
Oh,
I'm going to
dear.
wipe the unit.
Oh dear.
3 mortal wounds.
D6 more
D6
wounds.
more wounds, that's
5 mortal
more
wounds,
wounds.
sorry, yeah.
So the unit's not dead,
The unit's not dead.
but they're not far off.
Combat.
I roll some 5s here. I roll 2 5s. So it's 3 mortal wounds. You kill a Terminator.
Okay.
Which it's it's going to have to be this one.
I mean, it doesn't make any difference. You've won it. I mean, technically you're on 60 points at this
But
point.
I'm going to kill your army. I'm going to kill your army.
When we said leave no witnesses, I didn't mean kill all the Grey Knights.
Now, do I fight again with the sword, which is only +1 strength, which is -3, 2 damage? Or do I go with the stave, which is +3 strength, 4, 5, 6, 7? I would still be near 3, so we'll just stick with the sword.
Terrace314, thanks for subscribing. I hope you're enjoying this madness. Whatever's going on here. All tactics have gone out the window.
I hit you twice. The dream is still alive.
You've got 3 wounds.
Yeah, this is 2 damage each.
Whoa!
So 2 wounds, Jay. -3. Fail them both, please.
I do.
Brilliant, that's 4 damage.
The Justicar is dead.
Yes! Moral victory.
Awesome. Dave loses 60-30.
1 model left on the table. That's impressive.
That was good.
That was impressive.
Oh, it did make me laugh when Jay nearly gave Dave victory by leaving the objective. Because nobody's got that objective.
No.
So there's no bonus points at the end. So
No.
it's technically 60-30.
We threw all our bonus points away, Dave.
Yeah.
That was, how did you find the armies, guys?
I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed having all that power in the psychic phase. I thought that was a lot of fun. I think 2+ saves on Marines is just mental with all this dust. As long as it's only 1 damage.
There's
attacks.
a lot of 1 damage weaponry out there from like.
Yeah. A Scout Terminator's ace. Demon Prince was ace.
Razor Clam says, I don't really have a clue, but great fun to watch. Neither do I. By the end of turn 3, any kind of tactical nuance had gone out the window. And obviously Khorne's influence had taken over.
Yeah. What do you think of the Grey Knights, Jay?
So I lost a lot of damage early game to ranged firepower. I didn't, the Thousand Suns are actually quite a good shooty army. I would have liked the Dread Knight to have survived a little bit more and done a little bit more. So I need to be more careful in next games about just the Tide of Shadows definitely helped, but just keeping my unit out of firing lines really as much as I can.
So when can you shift those tides
So-
at any point?
No, it's not. It's a bit weird now. It's changed slightly. So I think the tides overall are better. The effects are better. That Tide of Convergence is like your bread and butter one. That's brilliant. And over the previous version of Tide of Convergence, where when you went into Tide, it only benefited one aspect of your game. I can't remember. It was just the melee aspect. The Tide of Convergence now benefits both your shooting and your combat. So you can safely stay in there and make use of it across your whole army. But what you do is at the start of the battle round, you choose a tide you want to stay in, start in, and then in your psychic phase, you can cast a warp shaping power. So you need to make sure you've got enough of those sprinkled around, because if those characters die with warp shaping, and it's a Dominus discipline power, so it's quite limited what models can take it, you then can't shift out of that tide. And where the rules have changed slightly over the previous codex is that you could flip in and between the different tides as you wanted. Here, you can only move to a tide that hasn't already been dominant. So as soon as I move out of Tide of Convergence into one of the other ones, I can't go back. And I think that is a bit of a problem, because the other ones aren't the strongest convergence. And of course, if you're in another one, there's like the celerity one, which gives you basically when you roll a 1 or a 2 on a run or a charge roll, it counts as a 3. Great, but then you're not benefiting from the convergence, which is those mortal wounds, and those mortal wounds stacked up over the course of this game, I think.
Yeah.
For another 2 turns, because you've got to wait another 2 combat turns until your next psychic phase.
I think Games Workshop don't want people just sitting one side.
Well, I think this way where you can't go back sort of makes you want to do it, encourages that. I would have liked to have seen a stratagem that lets you, with one unit, benefit from a different tide, similar to the chapter Doctrines one.
Yeah.
But not to be, unfortunately. So I think you'll start off in Tide of Shadow, you'll change into Convergence in your first turn, and then you'll probably stay in Convergence. If you're fighting a Demon Heavy Army one, there's a good one in there against demons. You get reroll ones to hit and wound against demons, but arguably I think Convergence probably is just as effective even against demons. But then once they got into combat, the flat 2 damage on the weapons, big improvement over the previous Codex. And we didn't have enough command points, and I haven't got the other supporting characters where you can really see some of the power plays. So, for example, there's a unit of 10 Strike Marines are getting base. They're getting 31 attacks. You can cast Symphonic Strike on them to give them 41 attacks. You can put them next to a Brotherhood Ancient. That's 51 attacks. You then cast Word of Power on them. Every 6 to wound successfully wounds the target again. You get in Tiger Convergence, so each one of those wounds is 3 damage. No, still 2 damage, just the mortal wounds. There's Empiric Amplification adds 1 damage to Nemesis weapons. So each one of those 51 attacks has the potential of doing 6 damage and 2 mortal wounds. And that's just off your strike squad. But obviously, we don't have enough pieces here to sort of set that combo off. This was a really fun game because you had a lot of denies and your casting was very good. Now, arguably, I'm quite good at defending against your cast, but you still managed to get a lot of mortal wounds through on your psychic powers, including the super smite at the end. But you can see straight away against other armies that don't have as many denies as the Grey Knights do, the Thousand Suns are going to be brutal, especially when you add Magnus to the mix.
Well, Magnus is re-rolling all his psychic tests, like Araman was. He's always going to be at least +2 to cast, +3 whilst he's got over 10 wounds.
Yeah.
So, and he's re-rolling all denies as well. So, he's really, very really good.
Awesome. Well, it looks fun to watch. I think we'll have to follow up with maybe a 2,000 point match play game at some point, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely on my painting desk now for the next few. Is going to be more Grey Knights, so I want to get these up to a 2,000 points as soon as I can. So definitely. But we have one more thing left to do before we go. Because we need to do the Crusade endgame stuff, and we also need to see whether this demon was banished. So,
well, I think should we see if the demon gets away? Have you got any fun end game Crusade stuff in there other than the demon?
No, it's just your general experience.
Yeah. So as we're probably not going to roll these over into a full Crusade, let's see if this demon gets banished back into the warp.
I rolled 2d6. I rolled a 6. If the demon was destroyed by the Nemesis Hunter, I had 1 to that result. He wasn't. If the demon was destroyed by a melee attack, I'd 1. He was. So that becomes a 3. 7. And that is it. So then on an 11+, that demon is banished. If it's not, which it isn't, unfortunately manages to escape to fight another day, I gain a true name point. So I've gleaned a little bit of knowledge about the demon's true nature. And the next time I come across that demon, I will be able to add some additional modifiers to that dice roll. To try and
what is the part of his name?
Steve.
Steve the demon.
Steve the demon. Fantastic.
Amazing. I quite like that. That's fun. You were saying in your review there wasn't quite as many fun things in the Crusade content for the Thousand Suns.
Nothing narrative like that, Matt, unfortunately. I can gain arcane points, which I can spend on Crusade relics and additional psychic powers. You can also get Chaos Boons, which I think is more of a generic thing for your characters. That's it. There's no real narrative-driven Crusade content, which is really disappointing. But we do know there's Crusade content in Hexfire, which I forgot about until Jay mentioned.
Yeah, and speaking of Hexfire, I believe when we started the stream, it was still available on Element. Let me have a quick look. No, it's sold out, unfortunately. But if you want to grab your codexes from Element Games, save yourself 20% off our RRP. And if you use our affiliate link, I'm just going to put in the chat now, you help support the channel as well. I've also linked both of our reviews on Twitch. So on spruesandbrews.com, we've got a full write-up of both books and videos. If you're watching us on YouTube, you should, if you just click on our channel, you should be able to see both of those videos. It looks like they're really good books. Looking forward to playing some more 40k.
Yeah.
So we've been very AOS focused, obviously, with Dominion and
Yeah.
the 3rd edition coming out. So,
But you forget how much fun Crusade games are for 40k.
Yeah. That was so much fun. Really enjoyed that, Jay. Really enjoyed that. Great.
so
answer.
Morrison Joe, before we go, it says, can the demon only appear in Chaos armies?
Yeah, he can. And it's not every game, which I think, with it being Crusade, I think I will. The opportunities you get to fight Chaos armies might not be very common, so I think it makes sense just to include the demon whenever you get a chance.
I think when we get round to actually writing a proper Crusade, what we could maybe do is, he starts off as a herald, but maybe the more time he escapes, the more power he builds up.
Well,
and maybe eventually becomes a big badass demon.
Well, he does level up. So I forgot to mention,
right.
He starts with a battle honour, so we should have chosen a battle honour for him at the beginning.
Right.
And he would have had 2 Zenith spells as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't choose any spells or anything.
But every time my Nemesis Hunter gains a battle rank, so does the demon he's hunting until he slays him. So he will get stronger as the Crusade goes on.
That's cool.
But then basically once I do manage to successfully banish him, I then go hunting a different demon. So as I get a bigger collection, the demons I hunt will be bigger and bigger. And one day I'll be fighting 4 great demons at once.
Well, that's cool. So you're thinking these guys for your Crusade when we do it properly?
Oh yeah, definitely. I really want to build up this army and use this as my main 40k faction, at least until the Eldar come out.
Sometime in the dawn, at the end of the universe. Awesome. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. If it's your first time, we do this every weekend. We also have a Sunday painting stream and regular review content going up on YouTube and on the site. If you don't already, why not give us a follow and get notified of when we do go live?
And our podcasts as well.
Yeah, so podcast goes out every week as well on a Wednesday Dave?
Morning, yeah.
So yeah, lots and lots of content coming. There's lots of fun stuff coming next week as well, so keep your eyes on the website on Monday because there's something fun on the way. But yeah, until then, we'll see you next time. I hope you have a good rest of the weekend. See you all later.